listening to Iron Pigs Baseball, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America. On Fox Sports Radio 94.7 FM, 1230 AM, and streaming at lvfoxsports.com.
Wrapping up the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs pregame show, Sam Jelinek with you here from Cyan Sky broadcast booth. Iron Pigs and the RailRiders almost ready for Game 3 of their 6-game sets. Iron Pigs looking for their 4th consecutive win overall and what would be their 3rd straight win to open this series with Scranton. Iron Pigs with an emphatic 11-3 victory last night. 7 runs in the first, guiding light for them as Drake Fellows took those 7 early runs, win 7 innings thanks to it, only giving up 3 runs the rest of the way. Iron Pigs 11-3 winners after the comeback 5-4 win with 3 runs in the bottom of the 9th on Tuesday evening, kind of propelling their momentum coming back home after their rally in the top of the 9th against Worcester back on Sunday afternoon at Polar Park. Today, Iron Pigs will be faced with that same problem that they had on Sunday, which is that they're going to have to go with a bullpen game here. They go with Ryan Cusick to open things up. Iron Pigs currently, pitching staff-wise, are short basically 2 starters now. Alan Ronhell pitched for the Phillies back on Monday. He has since been optioned back down to the Iron Pigs. Still remains to be seen if maybe he could go on Saturday. Otherwise, Colby Allard lost for the season on the full season IL, was placed there last week after a start against the Woo Sox. And then Andrew Painter, of course, still up at the big league level right now with the Phillies filling in the number 5 spot that was vacated by Brian Keller. So that's where things stand right now for the Pigs. They hand the ball to Ryan Cusick today to open this bullpen game and hopefully give the Pigs a couple of innings of solid starting pitching to open today's game. That's why it was so important that Fellows win 7 innings yesterday. Pigs only had to use 2 relievers, Kyle Backus and Grant Holman. That means that just about everybody else should be available here in this one. Opposing Cusick, it's basically the best that the RailRiders have to offer. Elmer Rodriguez makes the start for Scranton. Rodriguez having himself a very fine season, one of the top prospects in the RailRiders or in the Yankees system. He is 7-3 with a 2.85 ERA this season. Cusick for the Iron Pigs 1-6 with a 7.60 ERA this season. Let's get the rest of the starting lineups now, brought to you by PSECU. PSECU, remembers, achieve more. For the RailRiders, it'll be Anthony Volpe to lead things off again. He'll play second base. Batting second, Jason Dominguez. He is in left field. Batting third, Max Schumann over at third base. J.C. Escara doing the catching and is the cleanup man. Oswaldo Cabrera playing shortstop. Bats fifth, Tyler Hardman. First base, he'll hit in the 6 hole. Batting seventh, Yanquiel Fernandez. He's in right. Hitting eighth, Christian Bethencourt. DH's first action he's seen this week. Kennedy Corona will play center field at bat ninth with Elmer Rodriguez on the bump for Scranton. Flip side of the lineup card for the Iron Pigs will be Christian Cairo, fresh off the injured list today. Missed literally the minimum 7 games he missed on the IL. A bit of a groin strain. He will lead off and play shortstop. Batting second, on his way back from an injury, it is Rafael Marchand doing the catching. Marchand on a Good Shepherd rehab assignment. Good Shepherd, the exclusive sponsor of Major League Rehab appearances at Coca-Cola Park. Nationally recognized experts in physical rehab, Good Shepherd gets you or your loved one back in the game, back to work, and back to everyday life following injury, illness, or surgery. For more, visit homerunrehab.org. Expertise, innovation, compassion, Good Shepherd. Marchand, who has been out for a few weeks up on the Major League injured list with the Phillies, was out with patellar tendonitis. So Marchand in the lineup today for the Pigs and expected to play 5 innings today. Batting third, Felix Reyes. He will be the first baseman. In the cleanup spot, it's Gabriel Rincones Jr. He will be in right. Left fielder Tommy Pham follows him. Then Colby Thomas to DH. Otto Kemp, the third baseman, hits 7th. Batting 8th, Stuart Baroa. First action of the week for him. He is in center field. Ditto for Robert Moore. Batting 9th, and he'll play second base with Ryan Cusick on the mound for the Iron Pigs. Those are the starting 9s for both teams. Brought to you by PSECU. PSECU remembers, achieve more. Iron Pigs come in now just a game under 500 here in the second half at 20-21, 55-61 overall, while the RailRiders 24-15. They are 61-52 overall in the season. They are now a game back in the second half IL standings, a game back of Indianapolis, who holds the top spot in the second half all by themselves right now, with Worcester a half game back, and Scranton Wilkes-Barre 1 game back, Durham a game and a half, and St. Paul 2 games back. The top 5 teams in the International League coming into the day for a pretty good glut of teams stuck in the 3 to 6 games back, which is where the IronPigs are at the start of play here today. So it's not completely out of the realm of possibility that the Pigs could come all the way back in the IL standings, but doing good work against Scranton this week will go a long way towards that. Ryan Cusick and the Pigs have just taken the field, which means it's time for our national anthem, brought to you by Allied Personnel Services. Allied Personnel Services, the Lehigh Valley is hiring experts for over 40 years. Visit alliedps.com today to see all of the great jobs available. We'll go ahead and take one final break. When we come back, it'll be time for first pitch. The IronPigs and the RailRiders. Game 3 of this series is next. Here in the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
You're listening to IronPigs Baseball on the IronPigs Radio Network.
And Fergus swings. It's a high drive deep center. Brennan going back to the track at the wall. Kane Fergus. He wins it. It's Fergalicious.
IronPigs Baseball is brought to you by Air Products, B-Braun, Capital Blue Cross, Coca-Cola, Cyan Sky Copiers.
Castro swings and unloads. Deep down the line. It's gone. Game tying back-to-back homers for the IronPigs.
Eastern Lift Truck Company, Good Shepherd Rehabilitation, Hilton Garden Inn, and Staybridge Suites.
Entry bonus swings and blasts it. Deep right center. He's staring. He's watching. It's gone. A 3-run no-doubter for Gabriel Bonez.
Leader of the pack, Lehigh Valley Health Network, NJM Insurance, Richmore Florists.
3-2. Sanger swings, drives in the air towards left. Falling fast. Reyes hustling in into a slide. Did he pick it? He did. Sliding catch. Felix Reyes. Get on your horse, big boy.
Riverview Country Club, Robertson Insurance, Source Electric, St. Luke's Health Network, TD Bank, Morning Call, and WFMZ 69 News.
3-2 pitch. Anthony swings. It's a line drive deep right. Delivers back. It's line drive. It's off the wall. He scores. Wilson lines. Anthony wins it.
Let's go live to the Cyan Sky Broadcast with the voice of the IronPigs, Sam John.
On a little bit of an overcast Thursday evening, it is time for Lehigh Valley IronPigs Baseball. Hi everybody, Sam John with you here from the Cyan Sky broadcast booth. We're at Coca-Cola Park in Allentown, Pennsylvania, where it is time for Game 3 of this series between the IronPigs and the RailRiders. IronPigs looking for a 4th straight win. What would be a 3rd straight victory over Scranton as well. So that send Ryan Cusick out to the mound here to open today's ball game. IronPigs winners the first 2 this week, kind of polar opposite ball games where they needed 3 in the bottom of the 9th on Tuesday to rally for the walk-off victory, and then 7 runs in the first inning last night, really setting the pace early, never trailed the rest of the way, ended up winning by 8. See if they can make it as easy on themselves here today. It certainly has been anything but for the IronPigs coming out of the All-Star break, as it's been a little bit of an up and down roller coaster, dropping 4 of 6 in Worcester last week after a tough series with Buffalo that they split here at home. They will try to secure at least a series split here today, with a 3rd straight win over Scranton. Cusick finishing his warm-up tosses for the Pigs right now. Ryan coming in with some ugly numbers on the year, 1-6 with a 7.60 ERA, a whip of 1.97. That's walks plus hits divided by innings pitched. 77 hits, 58 walks, 68 2/3 innings. He is on the mound today for the Pigs, and defensively, this is how they will look behind him. It's Tommy Pham in left, Stuart Baroa in center field, Gabriel Rencones Jr. in right. Otto Kemp's over at 3rd base, Christian Cairo shortstop, Robert Moore at 2nd base, Felix Reyes at 1st, and Rafael Marchand in his Good Shepherd rehab assignment doing the catching. A little bit of overcast here as we approach first pitch. Temperatures hovering the mid-80s. It's Cusick waiting for the national anthem group to finally make their way off the field here. Anthony Volpe will lead things off against Cusick. Ryan, 6'6", 235-pound righty, 26 years old, will work from the third base side of the rubber, out of the stretch with nobody on base. He's ready at the belt, kicks and deals. The first one is a fastball inside. Volpe darts out of the way. It's ball one. First pitch at 6:50. Just a little bit late, 5 minutes past our projected start time. 79 degrees at first pitch with some gray skies lingering overhead here. 1-0, fastball up and in again. Nearly dusts off the helmet of Volpe as he backs out of the box. And will take some extra time here. Cusick dealing with a little bit of command issues early here. The lore, the backstory between the Pigs and the RailRiders this year, the 10 hit-by-pitches that the Pigs absorbed by the RailRiders in doubleheader in Moosic. 2-0 pitch, slider on the inside corner, 2 balls and a strike, leading to a benches clearing incident that saw about 6 different ejections. 4 different suspensions were handed out, including 3 games apiece to both managers. 2-1 on Volpe. Cusick comes home, powers the fastball in the outside corner, 2-2. Cusick predominantly works with a 4-seam fastball and a slider. Fastball sit mid to high 90s, slider in the low 80s. Volpe, 242 with the RailRiders, limited time. 2 homers, he's driven in 7. 2-2, swing and a miss. Cusick battles back, left the slider up a little, but Volpe unable to get to it. And Cusick, after falling behind 2-0, comes back to strike him out for the first out here in the top of the first. 1 out and nobody on for Jason Dominguez. Remember, Volpe started out last night's game striking out after the pair of failed challenges, and this time doesn't have that on his ledger, but does get a little bit of fireworks early with Cusick buzzing the tower on him. First pitch to Dominguez, swung on and fouled back. Cusick's been a rough stretch of late. He essentially had to fill the same kind of opening role last week in Worcester back on the 8th when Brian Keller, the Pig starter, was only able to get 1 out in the first. Cusick from the belt deals the switch hitting Dominguez, who swings and chops it up the first baseline right over the bag. Reyes behind the base, able to glove, go to the bag himself. Retired Dominguez, 2 quick outs here in the top of the first. Ryan ended up covering 3 1/3 innings for the Pigs. Took him 59 pitches to get there and got tagged for 6 runs on 6 hits, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. 2 outs, base is empty for Max Schumann. Schumann, a .253 hitter, 2 homers, he's driven in 13. First pitch coming home, slider, this is down and in. 1 ball, no strikes. No score, top of the first. Cusick looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Schumann from the right side, square stance, a little bit of a twitch late in the stance. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Slider down and away. Count levels up, a ball and a strike. Cusick has given up runs in 3 of his past 5 outings, 4 of the last 6, and stretching before that, it has been a really bad run. Pitch home, Schumann fouls it away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cusick, his last 13 appearances, a 12.05 ERA. He began the year in the rotation for the IronPigs as the Phillies had hoped to stretch him out. Ultimately, that ended up shifting into a bit of a bulk reliever role and then got shortened into more inning or 2-inning spurts. Schumann, as Cusick's coming home, calls time, steps out, and the timeout is granted by Alex Shears, our home plate umpire. So maybe starting the game for Cusick here maybe unlocks a little bit of the magic that he had for spell of time earlier this season. 1-2. Slider down and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cusick last faced the RailRiders on June the 14th. Gave up 2 runs over 2 2/3 innings. Also had a scoreless 2-inning appearance against them on June the 9th earlier that series. 2-2 to Schumann. Foul back. Challenged it with fastball, belt high. Took a pretty good rip at it. Count remains even at 2-2. Two outs, top of the first. Cusick a strike away from perfect start to his day. Cusick, red glove at the belt, kicks and deals. Schumann a roller fair inside the bag at third, down the left field line. It'll sneak inside the sidewall and go all the way to the corner. Pham digs it out. Schumann on his way into second will be there without a play. It's a 2-out double for Max Schumann. First hit, first base runner of the game for the RailRiders. Kemp playing well off the line at third, not hit particularly hard. 84 miles an hour off the bat. Just kept it fair. And it's runner in scoring position early for J.C. Escara. We have had at least one run in the first inning of each of the first two games this week. 7 in the first yesterday for the Pigs. 1 in the top of the first for Scranton on Tuesday. First pitch, backdoor slider on the outside corner to Escara. No balls and strike. Escara, left-handed hitter, was 1 for 4 last night, hitting .282. 7 homers, he's driven in 24. Open stance, waggles the bat. 0-1, ripped on the ground foul by the first base coach. 0-2. Escara has been up and down the big league roster a couple times this season for the Yankees. Right now, their backup catcher of choice, though, Ali Sanchez. We had seen Sanchez earlier this year and also with Buffalo last year. 0-2 on Escara. Cusick deals the plate, and Escara, hard ground ball towards second to his right. Moore slides down to a knee, gloves it, throws the first in time. Get Escara, and the inning over. Cusick able to work around the 2-out double. Strands a man in scoring position. We go to the bottom of the first. It's the RailRiders nothing. The IronPigs coming to bat here in the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
From the Phillipsburg Easton Honda Studios, this is Fox Sports Radio. Clinton Acura and Phillipsburg Easton Honda, 2 trusted names, 1 goal, 5-star customer service.
Regal Insurance is your one-stop insurance shop on William Penn Highway in Easton. For over 80 years, Regal Insurance is the trusted local insurance agency that puts their customers first. For auto, home, life, and small business insurance, Regal is the name to trust.
Hi, this is Jim Regal of Regal Insurance. We've been a part of your community since 1936. Call us for a free quote at 610-258-7216 or visit regalins.com. Regal Insurance, real people, real coverage.
How can I help you? Live agent!
Stop talking to robots and start talking to Cumulus Digital. Get help from a real digital marketing expert who knows your streets and neighbors. Go to cumulusdigital.com, fill out the form, and connect to a real person.
You're listening to IronPigs Baseball, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America, on Fox Sports Radio 94.7 FM, 12:30 a.m., and streaming at lvfoxsports.com.
Bottom of the first, it's the RailRiders nothing and the IronPigs coming to bat against Elmer Rodriguez, one of the top prospects for the Yankees on the mound here tonight for the RailRiders. Rodriguez 7-3 with a 2.85 ERA this season, 87 strikeouts, 85 in the third innings. We'll be seeing the IronPigs again here. Rodriguez has already faced the Pigs 4 times this year, or 3 times. This will be his 4th. He's had some pretty good success after the Pigs struggled against him the first time that they had, or the Pigs got to him the first time they had seen him. Defensively behind Rodriguez here today, he'll be Jason Dominguez in left, Kennedy Corona in center field, Yanquiel Fernandez in right, Max Schumann's over at third base, Oswaldo Cabrera at shortstop, Anthony Volpe at second, Tyler Hardman over at first, and J.C. Escara will do the catching. Cairo, Marchand, and Reyes 2 up. Christian coming off the injured list, spent the minimum 7 days on there. He was put on the IL last Wednesday. Right-handed hitter against the righty Rodriguez, fires home a fastball at 95 at the knees, 0-1. Christian was scoring from second base on a base hit in Worcester when he basically limped across home plate. ended up dealing with a bit of a groin pull. First thought might have been a hamstring. 0-1. Rodriguez again offers a good fastball in for a strike. So Cairo went on the injured list, and it's really the first extended period of time that he has missed this season. Even after missing a week, Cairo has played in 106, and this will be game 107 for him here tonight. 0-2, down and away, chases the curveball. Cairo down on strikes. Here for the first out of the bottom of the first. Rodriguez dispatches him on 3 pitches. 1 out, nobody on for Rafael Marchand, beginning his Major League Rehab assignment, which is brought to you by Good Shepherd Rehabilitation Network. Marchand placed on the injured list about a month ago by the Phillies, and now the catcher Escara having some problems with his pitch comm unit. Goes halfway out to the mound, meets with Rodriguez and the home plate umpire to try to get it working. And we'll see if the dugout will bring out a new unit. And for now, they're at least going to keep all the technology the same. Marchand placed on the IL on July the 24th with left knee patellar tendinitis. So about 3 weeks later, getting into rehab games now. And the home plate umpire, because of the pitch comm issue here, has assessed ball 1 on the RailRiders now. So because it was right after the start of the inning, Scranton does not get away with the pitch comm unit being a freebie visit there. 1-0 pitch, fastball down the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes. Marchand with the Phillies this season, 32 games, have hit just a .02, 2 homers, drove in 6. Switch hitter, bats left-handed, takes a called strike. 95 inside edge. Marchand, who has spent... Actually, now we're going to take that ball off the board. 1-1, breaking ball down the dirt, and that's ball 2. Can't really ever say I've seen an umpire reverse their own call like that, but Alex Shears has said, no, never mind. And it'll still instead be charged as a mound visit. 2-1 curveball, bends just off the plate. 3 balls and a strike. Marchand has spent parts of basically 5 different seasons with the IronPigs. 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. 3-1, big swing, fouls it back. And now here in 2026. Marchand fully healthy all of last year, spent the entire year in the big leagues for the Phillies. Made 30 starts behind the plate, appearing in 42 games. The 3-2. Marchand, a fly ball left center field, long run. Corona coming in into a dive, lays out, makes the catch. Robs Rafael Marchand of a base hit on the slick grass, thanks to some pregame rain. Able to just glide along the turf. Corona lays out, robs Marchand of a base hit on the humpback liner. 2 away in the bottom of the first. Brings up Felix Reyes. Felix hitting out of the 3 spot. 288 average, 21 homers, 70 driven home. Right on right matchup. First pitch coming home. Reyes with a chopper into the hole at short. Surrounding it is Cabrera. Takes his time, sets his feet. On target throw to first. Gets Reyes. And the side retired for Elmer Rodriguez here in the bottom of the first. We go to the second. Scoreless after an inning of play here in the Pigs Radio Network. Presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
The scoreboard. Our hopes and dreams rest on the outcome. But it doesn't show the sacrifice it takes to win, or the pain of accepting defeat. Because the real score isn't about points. It's about how many times you come back from impossible odds. Here for all the moments that matter. The name trusted for over 80 years and accepted by top doctors and specialists. Capital Blue Cross. Live fearless.
Why does it always say paper jam when there's no paper jam?
Hi there.
Who are you and why are you in our office space?
I'm Sai, your friendly copier helper guy. There you go. You're all set.
Whoa, Cy, that was awesome.
Thanks. Better service is on the horizon. Science Sky Copiers.
Science Sky Service. They hit it out of the park. If you need help with your office copiers and printers, call Science Sky today or find them at scienceskycopiers.com.
Hi, IronPigs fans. I'm Linda Gawardi. I work in human resources at Air Products. I live in Nazareth, Pennsylvania, and I'm proud to support MDA.
Air Products. Working here, living here, giving.
Hi, IronPigs fans. I'm Nick Minica. I work in hydrogen energy systems at Air Products. I live in Zionsville, and I'm proud to support community bike works.
Air Products. Working here, living here, giving.
You're listening to the Iron Pigs Radio Network.
Top of the second inning, scoreless after an inning of play between the Iron Pigs and the RailRiders. Sam Jelinek with you here from the Science Sky broadcast booth. Ryan Cusick working around a 2-out double in the first. We'll have 5, 6, and 7 due up here in the top of the second. First pitch to Oswaldo Cabrera. Nearly kneecapped him as he darts out of the way. 1 ball, no strike. So 2 innings today for Cusick, and the first pitch of each of them has nearly drilled the RailRiders hitters. First 2 to Volpe in the first actually nearly clocked him. 1-0 pitch. Cusick this time in the zone. Cabrera pops it up down the left field line. Kemp giving chase. Shortstop Cairo out there as well. It's going to land in off the side netting. A ball and a strike. Cabrera has homered in each of the first 2 games this series. Now 14 on the season, 295 average. Cabrera, in a similar vein to what Garrett Stubbs faced last year, being down here with the Iron Pigs. 1-1, checks his swing, fastball at the knees for a called strike. Cabrera had been up in the big leagues, filling a utility role for the Yankees for a couple of years, but didn't get to 5 years of service time. Yankees needed the roster spot, so they optioned Cabrera out. 1-2, breaking ball down the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So despite being a bit of a fan favorite, a guy who had been around for a good bit, Cabrera ends up being back down in the minor leagues for the first time in a number of years. Despite that, he has put together a very good season. 800 OPS, 2-2, pops it up on the infield towards third. Kemp, a couple steps towards the bag, gathers under it, makes the catch. 1 away here in the top of the second. Cusick opening today for the Pigs, and Tucker Davidson, who will try to be what we call the bulk boy out of the bullpen here today, is starting to loosen. Tucker, who had begun the year in the starting rotation for the Pigs and can still stretch it out to 4 or 5 innings at a time, will come on next after Ryan. Probably be good for about 50 to 60 odd pitches. First one on the way into Tyler Hardman, goes all the way to the backstop. 1 ball, no strikes on the RailRiders' first baseman. Hardman hitting .238, 9 homers, he's driven in 31. Marchand sets up down and away. The 1-1. Hardman rolls over, a grounder to short. 3 high hops. Cairo there to glove it. Whips it over to first. Plenty of time. Get Hardman 2 away in the second. This is great to see for Cusick. Not just him, he's gotten 5 outs so far, hasn't walked anybody, but has been consistently in and around the strike zone in a way that we really haven't seen from him this entire season. So far, 23 pitches, 16 strikes. 2 outs, base is clear for Yanquiel Fernandez. Takes a back foot slider, down and in. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs, base is empty. Scoreless game between the Iron Pigs and the RailRiders. Fernandez, a straight up stance, large hulking human. 1-0 pitch, sweeper at the knees. 1 ball and a strike. Home plate umpire today is Alex Shears. Darius Ghani over at first. Tom O'Neill, third base. Our umpires brought to you by Gross McGinley, attorneys at law. focused on fair play. Gross McGinley has been providing trusted legal counsel to the Greater Lehigh Valley for the past 50 years. Fernandez swings the 1-1, lifts a fly ball left field, couple steps to his left. Pham gets under it, puts it away, and the inning is over. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Ryan Cusick of Mates. 1-2-3 inning for your cooling, plumbing, and electrical needs. Visit MatesHomeservice.com to book your appointment today. Go to the bottom of the second, still scoreless. Here are the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
This Saturday from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., it's the 12-hour sale event at Ashley Furniture. Save up to 70% off all Ashley Furniture on the styles you've been waiting for. Shop now and pay later with Ashley's no-interest financing. Plus, enjoy free delivery on your purchase. Yes, free delivery. And that's not all. We're giving away prizes every hour. Big savings, big giveaways, and one big day to shop. Don't miss the 12-hour sale this Saturday only at Ashley.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill, I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code PLAN to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code PLAN to borrow up to $10,000. Use code PLAN to borrow up to $10,000. You're listening to IronPigs Baseball, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America. On Fox Sports Radio 94.7 FM, 12:30 a.m. and streaming at lvfoxsports.com.
Bottom of the second inning. First pitch to Gabriel Rincones Jr. swung on and fouled off. No balls and a strike on the IronPigs right fielder. Elmer Rodriguez back to work. The 1-2-3 first in his back pocket. This is down and away with a curveball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Scoreless game after an inning and a half. Rodriguez will be dueling against the IronPigs bullpen here today. Pitch home, Rincones swings, line drive, right center field. That's down for a base, and up the alley it goes. It's kicked away by Corona up the alley, and Rincones will go to second base. And it will be just a straight double for Gabriel Rincones there, as Gabe never stopped going around first, so he is credited with the full double there despite Corona kicking it up the alley. Yeah, Corona got there in time, got his leather on it, and then just booted it away. That's a 2-base hit. Runner in scoring position for the IronPigs to begin the bottom of the second. First pitch to Tommy Pham, fastball, runs inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Pham hitting .227, 6 homers, driven in 27. And Rincones now with at least 1 hit in every game of the series to this point. 1-0, Pham swings and misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pham with one of the big first inning swings of the game last night. 2-run double. He's got Rincones at second, the 1-1. Takes a fastball inside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Looked like it might have been a little bit low, and Pham, who has a very discerning eye at the plate. A little surprised he didn't pull the trigger on the challenge. Rodriguez looks back to second, the 1-2, spikes a slider. A great stop by Escara on the back end. Keeps it in front, keeps Rincones at bay out at second base. Rodriguez, 4-seam fastball, mid to high 90s, slider, curve, and changeup. Works from the first base side of the rubber, kicks and deals. Curveball down low. Pham not enticed. 3-2. Colby Thomas on deck. 3-2 on Tommy Pham. The payoff pitch. Pham takes, it's down low, ball 4. First walk issued by Rodriguez. First two are on base for the Pigs to begin the bottom of the second. Brings up Colby Thomas. Colby was the only Iron Pig not to reach base last night, going 0 for 4 with a pair of strikeouts. Open stance from the right side. First pitch home, he swings. It's a 3-hopper over to third. It's grabbed by Schumann. Goes and tags out Rincones. But he won't be able to turn to on the play as everybody else reaches safely. Pham moves to second. Thomas safely aboard at first on the fielder's choice. It's a pretty good job by Gabe knowing, as he stopped in his tracks between second and third base, forcing Schumann to come to him to tag him out. But by doing so, made certain that Schumann wouldn't be able to get a second out anywhere else. So still first and second. 1 out now for Otto Kemp. First pitch on the way, swings through a fastball. Tied him up, down and in. Otto hitting .234. He's got 13 homers and driven in 42 runs. Rodriguez a peek back to second. The strike one pitch. Otto, another good pass, fouls it back. And now for Kemp, stuck in a pretty good hole here, down 0-2, having seen nothing but fastballs from Rodriguez late on the first, still late on the second, even though he got a piece of it. Pham at second, Thomas at first. The 0-2. Fastball upstairs. Otto lays off. 1-2. So after going 3 straight fastballs here, I'd imagine Rodriguez next up a curve probably in the dirt. Maybe the changeup. The 1-2. Breaking ball downstairs. 2-2. Iron Pigs in the home whites for a second straight day. Iron Pigs in steel gray outlined in navy on the front. RailRiders in navy blue jersey tops. SWB interlocking on the left chest in white. The 2-2 to Kemp. Otto swings and misses. Fastball down. Strikes him out. 2 away in the second. Still 2 aboard for Stuart Baroa. First action of the week for Stewart. Switch hitter, that's left-handed. Infield swings around to the right side. First pitch on the way. Breaking ball in the dirt. Appeal out to second base, and Stewart held up. Third baseman Schumann is a couple steps towards second base, but he's still having to play even with the bag. Guard against a potential bunt. Scoreless for the moment. Bottom of the second. 1-0 pitch. Baroa, the bouncer, right back to the mound. Snared by Rodriguez on the hop. Flips underhand to first to retire Baroa. And the inning over. Iron Pigs threaten, but leave a pair aboard. Go to the third, still scoreless here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
So much to love along this ride. That's why Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates, Columbus, Ohio. That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. Take the afternoon off. Binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Non-cold refreshment. Made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Score update presented by Ashley. Phillies Twins Field of Dreams game at Iowa about to get underway in about 10 minutes at 7:30. Aaron Nola going up against Taj Bradley. And that one. No score after 2 tonight between the Pigs and the RailRiders at Coca-Cola Park. Other scores around the league. Front end of a doubleheader. Toledo up 1-0 over Louisville in the top of the 5th. No score going bottom three in Durham tonight between the Bulls and the Memphis Redbirds, while Worcester holds on to a 3-0 lead early bottom two against Buffalo. Top of the second, scoreless between Columbus and Omaha, while Syracuse has an early 1-0 lead in Jacksonville tonight against the Jumbo Shrimp. That's in the bottom of the first. So to come tonight at 7:35, Nashville and the Sounds hosting Indianapolis, while at 7:38, the Iowa Cubs hosting the St. Paul Saints. Back end of between will to come between Toledo and Louisville as well. Gwinnett down Norfolk 3-2 and 11 earlier today, while Charlotte defeated Rochester 7-2. Scoreless going top three at Coca-Cola Park. Here's Sam Jelnick.
Thank you, Jack. Like you said, go to the top of third. IronPigs, RailRiders scoreless and a pitching change to tell you about. Stucker Davidson takes over on the mound in place of Ryan Cusick. Cusick, good job as the opener here today. 2 scoreless innings, gives up just 1 hit, 1 strikeout, no walks. Tucker takes the ball, 6-4, the 5.47 ERA. 77 in the third inning, 69 strikeouts, 50 walks. This is his 24th appearance overall, his 9th out of the bullpen. He'll have 8, 9, and 1 due up. Christian Bethencourt, first plate appearance of the week. Bethencourt, 6th game. The RailRiders, right-handed hitter, swings the first pitch, fouls it off his feet in the box. No balls and strike. Bethencourt first 5 games with Scranton. He's made a good impression on his new teammates. He is 8 for 20, 3 homers, 7 RBIs, and a pair of walks. Davidson, a 6'2", 215-pound lefty. Wears the high stirrups, white sanitary, red stirrup with rings of white around the calf. 0-1. Bethencourt late, fouls it away. 0-2. Davidson will have a full bag of tricks here. 4-seam fastball will sit in the low 90s. 86-mile-an-hour slider, sinker, sweeper, splitter, and a curveball. Oh, 0-2 on Christian Bethencourt to begin top of the third inning. Davidson dead center on the rubber. Comes the set. Stretches and deals. Bethencourt a check swing, appeal to first. He held up. 1-2. Davidson 2 appearances in Worcester last week, including 1 start on the 7th. Went 3 1/3, 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, 1-2. Bethencourt hits it in the air, right field, and relatively deep down the line towards the corner. Rincona's over, little bunny hop. Makes the catch on the warning track. Bethencourt, the first out to begin the top of the third. 1 away. Base is clear for Kennedy Corona. Corona hitting .251, 6 homers, driven in 29. Open stance from the right side. He's got Kemp even with the bag over at third. Outfield step the other way. Looks at a first pitch fastball, missing down and in. A ball and no strikes. Corona hitting .251, 6 homers. He's driven in 29. Davidson kicks and deals. Slider down the dirt. Ball 2. .2-0 pitch. Corona taking all the way. Fastball outside corner. 2 balls and strike. Davidson has logged multi-inning appearances in 4 of his last 5. At least 2 innings in all of those. 2-1. Misses with a heater. Falls behind the count. 3 balls and a strike. Only time he did not go at least multiple innings. Went just 2/3 of a frame on the 5th against Worcester. Was tasked to come into a dirty inning and finish it off. 3-1 pitch. Corona hits a hot grounder over to third, playing another grass. Kemp be able to pick it. Sets the feet, throws across. Plenty of time to get Corona 2 away to begin the top of the third. Not an easy play for Otto. Playing on the grass, some slick, wet grass, some turf in front of him. The ball stays down on him. Otto stays down with it. Makes the play look easy. 2 away here in the top of the third. Brings up Anthony Volpe. Volpe a strikeout to begin the game. First pitch coming home. Splitter misses outside. A ball, no strikes. Scoreless game. Top of the third. Line scores identical. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. 1-0 coming. Davidson's sweeper misses up and away. Ball 2. Volpe high navy blue socks. Almost wearing joggers at the plate. Short baseball pants, the knickers pulled up over the kneecaps. 2-0 out in front. Grounds the sweeper off the Pigs dugout. 2 balls and a strike. Two and one on Anthony Volpe. Davidson fires home. Fastball pops the mitt outside corner. 2-2. And before the 2-2, Volpe will call time. Re-Velcro his batting gloves. Steps back into the plate. Gives Davidson acknowledgement. Tucker set on the mound. His 2-2. Fastball in the dirt. 3-2. Just 1 hit so far for Scranton. 2 out double by Matt Schumann first. Davidson's 3-2. Check swing, pitch up and in, appeal to first. He did not go. It's ball 4. Volpe walks, and the third inning continues for Jason Dominguez. Dominguez, switch hitter, will turn around and bat right-handed here after grounding out from the left side his first time up. Tucker last saw the RailRiders on June the 9th. He started that day. First pitch to Dominguez. Splitter down and in for ball 1. And Marchand's going to challenge this. I thought that looked pretty low. Marchand's got a better look than I do here. First challenge of the day for the Pigs. And upon review, call on the field is overturned. Good challenge by Marchand. Never really got to see Rafael work with the challenge system too much down here in the minors. So by the time that he had departed, we hadn't gone to full ABS yet. We were still kind of on a probationary period. Throw over to first, Volpe back. So Marchand, as well as the rest of the Phillies catching core this year, JT Realmuto, Garrett Stubbs, have all been above average and challenging. Volpe dancing from first. Davidson a snap throw over, and Volpe dives back. Volpe can be a real pest. Over at first, he will dance, he will move his feet, he will dart back and forth, try to get you to throw over. He has gotten Davidson to throw over twice now. Volpe extends his lead. Davidson staring at him, fires home. Dominguez fouls away. And with an 0-2 count on Dominguez and 2 outs in the inning, you feel like Davidson is best served here by giving his full attention to the hitter, as opposed to trying to pick Volpe off potentially and burn that final disengagement, which will result in a balk. 0-2. Dominguez with a 3-hopper over to third. Coming in for it, Kemp gloves, throws in the run, right on target. Over to first to get Dominguez in the inning over. Scoreless inning for Tucker Davidson out of the bullpen. We go to the last of the third. It's still scoreless here on the Pigs Radio Network. Presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
This Saturday from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., it's the 12-hour sale event at Ashley Furniture. Save up to 70% off all Ashley Furniture on the styles you've been waiting for. Shop now and pay later with Ashley's no-interest financing. Plus, enjoy free delivery on your purchase. Yes, free delivery. And that's not all. We're giving away prizes every hour. Big savings, big giveaways, and one big day to shop. Don't miss the 12-hour sale this Saturday only at Ashley. Here's the deal. The government is over $38 trillion in debt, which means the IRS isn't slowing down. And the tax code is complex and unforgiving. So it's not surprising if you're one of the millions of Americans that owe back taxes to the IRS. Unfortunately, they're the world's most
powerful collection agency with the ability to garnish your wages, seize your bank accounts, and even take your home or business. But don't be stressed or worried any longer. We're Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. We have resolved over $3 billion in tax debt for our clients. Award-winning professionals deal with the IRS every single day, protecting our clients and preparing them for the best possible resolution or tax help you need. For tax help you can trust, give Optima a call today. 800-746-1744. 800-746-1744. 800-746-1744.
Optima Tax Relief.
You're listening to IronPigs Baseball, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America. On Fox Sports Radio 94.7 FM, 12:30 a.m. and streaming at lvfoxsports.com.
Bottom of the third, IronPigs and RailRiders still scoreless. 9-1-2 due up for the Pigs. Robert Moore, Christian Cairo, Rafael Marchand against Elmer Rodriguez. Rodriguez 2 innings so far, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 hit. Moore, first action of the week. Tank Adamson, Pigs manager, talked earlier this week. First pitch to Moore. This is down and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Talked earlier this week, Tank did, about the challenges currently faced by the IronPigs roster construction. 1-0 breaking ball is down and in. Ball 2, where you have 6 outfielders, 5 or 6 infielders, 2 catchers, and now a rehabbing catcher. 2-0 pitch at the knees, 2-1. So that's a lot of guys to try to get at bats and not a lot of spots. And there are some guys who are going to take priority over others, which means that some guys who have been getting a good amount of playing time of late. 2-1, Moore slams it deep down the left field side and out of play. Are unfortunately going to take a little bit of a back burner here. Kind of, read the tea leaves a little bit. Robert Moore, Stuart Baroa didn't play the first 2 days of the week. Moore hitting .222 with 11 homers, swings the 2-2, fouls away. It's just kind of the victim of circumstance for both of them. Haven't done anything egregious or wrong, just 40-man roster guys tend to take precedent for playing time. 2-2, Moore just gets a piece of the curveball and grounds it weakly to the backstop. But Moore has been an integral part of keeping this Pigs team afloat, helping out while there have been some injuries, some guys gone up to the big leagues. He's been a stalwart, playing all over the place. 2-2, hard ground ball just outside the bag at first. Another foul ball. As that baseball actually almost hit a squirrel on the field, which is still residing on the right field line. It's just in foul territory, out of the way here. Oh, now it's coming in towards the infield. The crowd notices it. You hear the murmur? The 2-2. Moore swings and misses. Down on strikes. Got him with the changeup. Third strikeout for Rodriguez, and 1 away here to begin the bottom of the third. And the Squirrels coming right towards Ray Ricker in the coach's box. Ray unfazed here. Not moved at all by the Squirrel. Ray is one with the Squirrel. He doesn't care about the Squirrel. Oh, the Squirrel's real close. Ray's not reacting. First pitch to Christian Cairo. He checks his swing. It's at the knees. 0-1, and the Squirrel just, it's going to help Ray out right now, trying to coach first base. 0-1 to Cairo. Breaking ball in the dirt, a ball, and a strike. I mean, this Squirrel is undaunted. It's inching its way towards fair territory here. It's got to be careful. Cairo goes the other way. It's going to get blasted. 1-1. Fastball up and in. 2 balls and a strike. This Squirrel right now, big bushy tail, brown Squirrel, about halfway up the first baseline right now, right on top of the Toyota logo. And it's inching its way now towards home plate. The 2-1. Cairo hits a one-hop screamer to short in the hole. Cabrera backhands it, sets his feet, long throw, he got him. Cairo retired, and there's 2 away in the third as the Squirrel right now right on top of the IronPigs logo behind home plate. And doesn't know where to go. Now it's having a stare off with Felix Reyes in the on-deck circle. Felix looks intrigued by the squirrel. And it's trying to climb up the backstop. It's stuck. It's falling back down. Oh no, poor squirrel. Here's Rafael Marchand, switch hitter, bats left-handed, swings the first one, lines it to second, just out of the reach of Volpe and into right center field for a base hit. So Marchand aboard at first with 2 away. Brings up Felix Reyes. The squirrel darting back and forth still. Behind home plate, Alex Shears, the home plate umpire, trying to figure out what to do with it. This isn't quite rally squirrel territory that the Phillies faced in 2011 against the Cardinals in the NLDS, but it's pretty close to it at this point. First pitch to Felix, fastball misses down low, a ball, no strikes. In my time here, this is the first critter I can remember making its way onto the field during live action. Marchand at first, 2 outs. Bottom of the third, scoreless for the moment. The pitch home, breaking ball is outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Squirrel right up against the backstop, and Gabe Rincona is trying to shoo it away a little bit. Which I'm not sure if Gabe is trying to be helpful or maybe he has a fear of squirrels, a phobia. 2-0 pitch. Reyes drills it the other way and deep towards the wall, into the corner. Fernandez has to play it off the wall. Reyes around first. It's going to stop. There's an absolute cannon to second by Fernandez. Holds Reyes to a base hit. Marchand motors over to third. And maybe this is a rally squirrel. First and third, 2 outs to the Pigs with Gabe Rincones coming up. Tough break for Felix, blasting that ball the other way, and Fernandez playing that carom so well off the wall. Holds him to a base hit, holds Marchand over at third base. But the Pigs threatening, first and third, 2 outs for Gabe Rincones. The first pitch, fastball is up and away. Gabe lined to double to right center field, his first time up. 3 hits for the Pigs off of Rodriguez now. Second straight inning they've threatened. 1-0 pitch. Rincones just late, fouls it back. Don't know if it's bad juju or not, but I think Scranton is throwing sunflower seeds at the squirrel. Which, I don't know. 1-1. Rincones fouls it off. 1-2. Feels like something PETA ought to know about. Sunflower seeds kosher for a squirrel. It's not like, you give rice to a pigeon and a blow up. 1-2. Breaking ball down and in, almost hits him in the back foot. 2-2. The very least here with the Pigs getting a couple of 2-out hits off of Rodriguez. They forced him to throw quite a few extra pitches. This will be his 48th pitch of the night. Reyes at first, Marchand at third. Rodriguez at the belt, the 2-2 to Rincones. Gabe grounds it to the backstop. Still 2-2 on Rincones. Gabe a wide open stance. Bats from a deep squat. The 2-2. Foul back. Fastball up, sent screaming up towards the sweets. The other thing with Scranton throwing the sunflower seeds and feeding the squirrel is there's an old book called You Give a Mouse a Cookie. You give a squirrel the sunflower seed, he's gonna ask for Gatorade. 2-2 again to Rincones. Gabe with a bouncer over to first. Nice backhand pick by Hardman on the cut of the grass. Goes to the base, retires Rincones, and the inning is over. Pigs threaten, but they leave 2 aboard plus a squirrel. We go to the 4th, scoreless here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
At Papa John's, we start with better. No, seriously, every original crust pizza starts with our
if you give the mouse a cookie.
And now our dough can save you dough when you order from the Papa Pairings menu. Pair a medium wood-topping pizza with one or more of your Papa Pairings favorites for just $6.99 each. How about that for bed? Order now on the app, only at Papa John's.
There is no better place to get your exclusive portraits than digital photographic imagery. In a RailRiders studio located at 1321 North 10th Street in Scranton. Studio different options, shooting options are available. Check them out.
Hear everything all right? You hear me?
I can hear you.
Perfect. Yeah, so those are the commercials playing. They'll be done in about a minute. Once those are done, I welcome us back. We talk about Provident Bank. We talk about crispy bacon. I'll ask you know, you guys got anything cool going on at Provident Bank? What's it like being a part of the pork race, all that kind of stuff? It's really
Want
easy.
to answer these questions? Yes. Did I answer?
Air Products, working here, living here, giving.
Hi, IronPigs fans. I'm Nick Minica. I work in hydrogen energy systems at Air Products. I live in Zionsville, and I'm proud to support community bike works.
Air Products, working here, living here, giving. You're listening to the IronPigs Radio Network.
We go to the top of the fourth. It's a scoreless game between the IronPigs and the RailRiders. Time for the RAV fourth inning, brought to you by Toyota. Check out Toyota.com and visit your local Tri-State Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go Pigs. Scoreless game, Pigs and RailRiders. Tucker Davidson back out there here for the Pigs. Second inning of relief is for the top of the fourth. Pleased to be joined from Provident Bank. It's Trevor Hart. Trevor, welcome.
Thank you. Well, glad to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. And today is a really big day for all of us involved. It is our next iteration of the Pork Racer giveaway. Today we are giving away crispy bacon bobbleheads, thanks to you fine folks over at Provident Bank.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
So have you been able to get your hands on a crispy?
I have. Yes, I have.
They are absolutely glorious. I have my ribby right behind us. Crispy will take his place right beside him once I'm finally gifted mine, once all the fine fans get theirs. The collaboration between the Pigs and Provident Bank is this ball's going to be challenged by Marshawn here, and upon review on the field is overturned. So we'll be 0-2 on Max Schumann beginning the top of the fourth. It's been long-standing. Provident Bank, sponsor of the pork race. How much fun do you guys have doing this kind of stuff?
We have a blast. This is just great for us to be a part of the community and being a great partner with the IronPigs. The pork race is just something we love to do and love to be a part of. We've been doing that for so many years, and now with the collaboration for the bobbleheads for the next 5 years, it's just something we're really appreciative of.
1-2 from Davidson to Schumann is sent in the air down the right field side and out of play. And next, like you mentioned, next couple of years we'll be continuing the completing the podium now. And even though this is Crispy's night, do you have a favorite? Put you on the spot.
My favorite is ham bone.
Okay, that's the easy answer.
Correct. That is correct.
Everybody,
I feel bad for ham bone.
Yeah.
I feel bad for ham bone, but
now do you feel bad for ham bone but still laugh? Is the question. 1-2 on Schumann. The pitch, swing and a miss. Got him down the dirt. Marshawn blocks. It'll tag him out, complete the strikeout, and there's one away here to begin the fourth. Brings up J.C. Scara. Scara grounded out to second base his first time up. So aside from what's going on out here at the ballpark today, talk to us a little bit about what Provident Bank, what it is you guys do. Obviously, it's a little bit in the name, but for those who aren't familiar, who are you guys?
We are a $24 billion asset bank, based out of New Jersey. We cover New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and New York. We have about branches all over the place. But we are considered like a mid-sized bank, but more of a community bank. We're also associated to any community that we are involved in. We be a part of that community to do that. Our way is to give back, be a part of the community, and give our time and effort back to the community.
1-1 on the way to Ascara. This is down and away. Ball to, and for as long as I've been here, I've seen that mission fulfilled through what you guys do with us, what you're able to do in the community. I've been a part, luckily, year over year during the Thanksgiving drive.
Yes.
It's hosted here at the ballpark.
So,
it's really phenomenal.
Yeah, and that is great. That's a great time. We joined a partnership. That's been about a 7-year project that's been going on where we do a turkey drive. We collect frozen turkeys through it, and we give back to different organizations through the areas. It started with where we collected maybe about 40 turkeys to now we're over 2,000 turkeys that we're collecting. I think it really grew when our partnership grew a little bit more with the IronPigs, that we were allowed to have it here at Coca-Cola Park. You know, it brought more time for people to come deliver the turkeys, and then the organizations that we gave the turkeys to. The best part about the whole process is when the organization arrive of who you're giving those turkeys back to, it's the smiles on their faces. You know you're helping somebody get a nice meal during Thanksgiving time. So it is just one of our biggest projects that we enjoy doing throughout the year.
Soft ground ball to second. Robert Moore charges and then airmails the throw over to first. So Ascara is going to be safe there. Probably go down as an infield single, and it will. There's a man in first with 1 out for Oswaldo Cabrera for the RailRiders. It's a scoreless game here in the top of the fourth. Talking a little bit about Provident Bank. So just for anybody potentially curious, if they want to get involved with what you guys do over at Provident Bank, what's the best way for them to maybe find out some more information?
You can visit us on our website. You can kind of look through our website, or the best thing is to visit our branches.
Mm-hmm.
Come in, visit our branches, let our people in our branches kind of have a conversation and talk to you, you know, and then they can share the story of Provident Bank, kind of what's going on and how anybody can either be associated with us, join us, and, you know, kind of go through that. That would be the best thing, is just to visit our branches.
And you guys handle everything as far as just a full service community bank?
We do anything from, you know, your basic checking account to any type of lending, whether it's business lending, whether it's personal consumer lending, to investments, to you know anything out there. We can even do, you know, different mortgages, different home equity loans, anything, you know. So, but it's a full service bank. We can do, you name it, we can probably do it.
1-1 on Oswaldo Cabrera. He popped out to third base his first time up. Swings the 1-1 here. Drives it in the air, deep right field towards the corner. Rincona's on the run, leaps and makes the catch. Presses up against the fence, but holds on to it. Ascara retreats back to first. And that's the second out here, the fourth. Nice play by Rincones on the run. Steals away extra bases from Cabrera. 2 gone in the fourth. Now bring up Tyler Hardman. Ascara still over at first base. Scoreless game for now. It's Tucker Davidson pitching in relief of Ryan Cusick. Pigs trying to stitch this one together with a full-on bullpen game here. And at first for Hardman. Back to the right side. Short lead for Ascara. Davidson ready, deals home. Hardman lifts another fly ball to right. Will chase Rincones back again to the track at the wall. He's out of room. That baseball carries all the way out of here on top of the clear bar. And Tyler Hardman starts the scoring today. The 2-run homer the opposite way. It's 2-0 Scranton Wilkes-Barre in the top of the fourth. Hardman with his 10th of the season gets to double digits yet again. His first year with Scranton Wilkes-Barre after many a moon at Somerset. Drives in a pair, and it's 2-0 Scranton in the top of the fourth. Don't worry, I try not to tell people to take responsibility for whatever happens in the field while they're up here. Unless it's good. If it's a good thing,
that's right.
Your responsibility. First pitch to Yanquiel Fernandez, misses up and in, a ball and a strike. I always like to ask this. I know you threw out the first pitch today.
Yes.
I did not, take in exactly how it went. Are you open to talk about how it went?
Well, I haven't thrown a baseball for so many years, but I at least got it over the plate.
Okay.
It was not a strike, but it was at least over the plate.
That's all you can ask for.
The catcher caught it, so that was a good thing.
Hey, that's clearing 95% of most people.
Yes, correct.
1-1 on Fernandez.
That was my biggest fear, and I had to go first, so that even made it.
That's pressure.
Exactly.
pop-up down the right field line. Reyes on top of Moore makes the catch to end the inning, but not before a 2-run homer by Tyler Hardman starts the scoring for Scranton and Wilkes-Barre. We go bottom 4. Thanks for joining me, Trevor. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having us, and we look forward to being a part of the community and seeing people come visit Provident Bank.
We go bottom 4. It's 2-0 Scranton here on the IronPigs Radio Network.
From the Wilkes-Barre Easton Honda Studios, this is Fox Sports Radio. Clinton Acura and Wilkes-Barre Easton Honda, 2 trusted names, 1 goal, 5-star customer service.
This Saturday from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., it's the 12-hour sale event at Ashley Furniture. Save up to 70% off all Ashley Furniture on the styles you've been waiting for. Shop now and pay later with Ashley's no-interest financing. Plus, enjoy free delivery on your purchase. Yes, free delivery. And that's not all. We're giving away prizes every hour. Big savings, big giveaways, and one big day to shop. Don't miss the 12-hour sale this Saturday, only at Ashley.
The U.S. Soccer Podcast.
These players are battered and exhausted, but you don't hurt like this if you don't care about this team, about this country, about this game.
You can feel the intensity, the goals, the energy, the wow, look at us.
Here in the U.S., I have got some news for you. There's so much more to come. My name is Megan Klingberg, and we're just getting started.
The U.S. Soccer Podcast, presented by Hinkle. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
For digital marketing that works, you need local expertise and national scale. Cumulus Digital provides hometown teams fueled by national support, serving over 4,000 businesses a month. Go to cumulusdigital.com. A short form is all it takes to get started.
You're listening to Iron Pigs Baseball, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America. On Fox Sports Radio 94.7 FM, 12:30 a.m. and streaming at lvfoxsports.com.
Bottom of the 4th, the RAV 4th inning drives long, brought to you by Toyota. Check out Toyota.com and visit your local Tri-State Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go Pigs. Pigs now down 2-0 on the 2-run homer by Tyler Hardman. First pitch from Elmer Rodriguez to Tommy Pham is in for a strike. Pham, Thomas, and Kemp 2 up. Now in a deficit. Pitch to Tommy. He swings, gets under it. High fly ball, right center field. Corona and Fernandez come together. It'll be the center fielder, make the call and the catch. Retire Pham for the first out of the 4th. Pigs have threatened the last 2 innings against the RailRiders starter, Elmer Rodriguez. Had 2 on in the 2nd, 2 on in the 3rd. Have not gotten anything home in either frame. He's now gone 0 for 4 with runners in the scoring position, leaving 4 on base. 1 out. Base is empty. Brings up Colby Thomas. Swings the first pitch. Fouls it into the mitt of Viscara. No balls and a strike. Thomas grounded into a fielder's choice. First time up. Rodriguez winds and deals. Fastball snaps into the mitt just off the plate. A ball and a strike. 1-1 on Colby Thomas, just traded to the Phillies from the A's the deadline. 1-1. Colby swings and misses 1-2. It was refreshing how candid Colby was talking about the deadline, that he had kind of taken stock of where he was in the A's organization and realized it was a likelier than not outcome that he was probably going to be traded. 1-2, swing and a miss. Breaking ball down and away, gets him swinging. 4 strikeouts now for Elmer Rodriguez. 2 away in the 4th. Colby said he got the phone call from A's then GM, President of Baseball Ops David Forst, about 10 minutes after the deadline ended, and then was greeted by the Phillies with a call from Phillies President of Baseball Ops Dave Dombrowski. So 2 outs and the base is empty for Otto Kemp. Rodriguez looking for his first clean inning since the first. First pitch, curveball at the knees, a ball, no balls, 1 strike. Phillies up 2-0 out in Iowa. Aaron Nola laboring right now in the bottom of the first. 2 on, 1 out. 0-1. Kemp takes down and away, a ball and a strike. Phillies posted the team photo of everybody there for the Field of Dreams game. It was cool seeing a couple of Pigs, Cameron Meisner, Chase Sugar, Alex McFarland, Andrew Painter, Anthony Contreras all be a part of that. 1-1, heater at the knees, called strike, 1 and 2. But what's funny about the picture is that for one reason or another, the one that they decided to go with, Andrew Painter is looking anywhere but the camera. His head is straight down. 1-2, Kemp reaching for it, grounds it out to short, charging Cabrera, fields in the palm of his glove, slings over to first, in time to get Kemp, and the inning over. 1-2-3, down go the Pigs, on to the fifth. 2-0 RailRiders. Here are the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
B. Braun Medical has been part of the Lehigh Valley community for more than 40 years. The life-sustaining products we manufacture right here in Allentown are used to treat millions of patients in hospitals throughout the United States every year. At B. Braun, we're committed to protecting and improving the health of people in the Lehigh Valley and across the country. We're proud to be a founding partner of the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. Visit us today at bbraunusa.com.
The scoreboard. Our hopes and dreams rest on the outcome. But it doesn't show the sacrifice it takes to win, or the pain of accepting defeat. Because the real score isn't about points. It's about how many times you come back from impossible odds. Here for all the moments that matter. The name trusted for over 80 years and accepted by top doctors and specialists. Capital Blue Cross. Live fearless.
Have a home run of a summer right here at home. Because in Pennsylvania, a real getaway is never far away. Get back to nature in the Pennsylvania wilds where you can experience some of the darkest skies in the Northeast. Take a splash as you float down a scenic river with your crew, or hike your way through Pennsylvania's 124 state parks. Unplug this summer and unwind your way in Pennsylvania. Find your great next American getaway and visit
You're listening to the IronPigs Radio Network.
Top of the fifth, Iron Pigs still trailing the RailRiders 2-0. Sam Jelinek with you here from the Science Sky broadcast booth. 8-9-1 to up for Scranton. Bethencourt, Corona, Volpe against Tucker Davidson. Tucker conceding the first runs of the game with a 2-run homer in the fourth. It's Tyler Hardman. Iron Pigs having to stitch this game together with the bullpen. Ryan Cusick. 2 scoreless innings to kick things off. First pitch from Davidson to Bethencourt. It's a backdoor sweeper outside corner for a called strike. Bethencourt flied out to right field his first time up. 0-1, way out in front of the split. Swings and misses. 0-2. So 0-2 on Christian Bethencourt. Davidson from the stretch. 2-strike pitch. Fastball way high. 1-2. Last Sunday, we did the very funny, what ended up being very enjoyable bit for social media of having the players submit a whole bunch of words for me to try to sneak in on a broadcast. 1-2. This is down the dirt. 2-2. Tucker Davidson submitted the cat meow or dog bark, which we were able to get in thanks to Brandon Marsh. Tucker, I mean, to see the video, and I talked with him on Tuesday. He said it was a good job getting it in there. And he was asking, how did you decide between the meow or the bark? 2-2, bounced foul, third base side. Count remains 2-2. I told him, honestly, bark was going to be easier to get in there, period. If you just think, like day-to-day language, you might say, that's a tough call, woof, something like that. And just, thankfully, Brandon Marsh being in our lives, dog barking is more prevalent than not. 2-2, a weak tapper up the third base side again. It's going to go foul. Kemp Fields on the outside of the chalk. Count stays 2-2. Yeah, started talking with Tucker with, okay, how did you envision me using it instead there? He said, okay, you were kind of on the right path with the bark there. But he said for the meow, because I told him I had no clue how he thought I was going to get that in. He was like, I was honestly thinking of Super Troopers. And then it hit me. I was like, that would have been phenomenal. For anybody who hasn't seen Super Troopers, one of the earliest scenes in the movie is when they're on the, in the squad car and they're going around and they slip meow into every word that they say. 2-2 from Davidson, spikes the splitter, 3-2. So if I were to be talking right meow and you try to see whether or not I'm saying now or meow, that kind of thing, that's what Tucker was thinking. If I thought about it, oh, that would have been genius. So another day, Tucker, we will have a Super Troopers themed broadcast just for you. 3-2, bounced foul, third base side. Count stays at 3-2. Christian Bethencourt leading off the top of the fifth. Ninth pitch, the at-bat here. He swings and lifts it down the left field side, hooking into the picnic patio. Another foul ball. Go to double digits here. Three-two. Breaking ball outside, it's ball 4, and Davidson finally capitulates. Ends up walking Bethencourt on the 10th pitch. The at-bat. Man aboard to begin the fifth for Kennedy Corona. There's nobody up and throwing the Pigs bullpen yet, but there is a little bit of stretching. So some light calisthenics just in case. Davidson right now at 46 pitches. Faces Kennedy Corona, rounded out sharply to third. His first time up, swings through a first pitch fastball. 0-1. Of late, Tucker has at most gone 58 pitches since he's moved into a bullpen role. So I would probably say it's about 60 pitches today for Tucker, which would hopefully get him through the rest of this fifth. 0-1 at the knees, inside corner, 0-2. He was stretched all the way out to 97 pitches by the time he had finished the Pigs rotation this season. Since moving into the bullpen, he's actually had a lot of success here. Got a 2.95 ERA since the change back on July the 5th. 0-2, misses up and away. 1-2. In that time, Tucker's allowed just 14 hits, 8 walks, 11 strikeouts. Coming into today's action, the 1-2 misses up high. Marchand snap throw back to first. Oh, he's just in. First base umpire Darius Gotti took his time with that call, making sure he got the full view of that. Marchand, who has got a laser behind the plate, nearly a back pick of Bethencourt at first, who had been getting that galloping lead over there. Got a big secondary. Marchand almost had him. The 2-2, swing and a miss. Fastball up and in, gets Corona swinging. Second strikeout of the day for Tucker. One away in the fifth. Back to the top of the order, and Anthony Volpe. Volpe 0 for 1 with a walk. Right-handed hitter, Bethencourt maybe 6 inches off the bag at first. Davidson steps off and lobs it over there for some reason. Not even looked like that cracked a smile on Davidson's face on the mound. Volpe a closed off stance, bat rests on the back shoulder. Now he picks it up as Davidson comes home and tags the outside corner with the fastball. No balls and strike. One. Hard ground ball back up the middle. It's off of Davidson's body. Right back to Marchand at the plate. He bare hands, throws to first and gets Volpe. 1, 2, 3 on the put out. Davidson a kick save. Marchand picks up the rebounds. And Davidson walking a little gingerly on the mound, saying it got off the back, I think, of his left calf. Heads up by Marchand to get out there, bare hand that, and got Volpe by a mile at first. Easy enough play there. And Tucker talking with Pigs pitching coach Phil Kandari, Andrew Dodson, the pitching coach out there. And yeah, he's saying it's got just on the back of his calf towards his knee on his left leg. We'll throw a couple of warm-up pitches here, see how he's feeling here. Even in a panic, nobody warming the Pigs bullpen, and Davidson's going to tell everybody he's okay. So runner in scoring position, Bethencourt advancing to second base on that play, which is a good thing Davidson got in front of that, because otherwise I think that would have ended up as a base hit. 2-0 RailRiders, top of the 5th. First pitch to Dominguez. This is down the dirt. Dominguez 0 for 2 with a pair of ground outs. 1-0 pitch. Down the dirt. Ball 2. And a little surprised now, Tucker at 55 pitches, that there's nobody actively throwing yet in the Pigs bullpen. Short lead for Bethencourt at second. 2-0 pitch, down the dirt. Check swing, he lays off. 3 balls, no strikes. Tucker back to the rosin bag. Not quite exceptionally humid tonight, but we are in the dredges of August, dog days of summer in Pennsylvania. You're gonna sweat whether you like it or not. 3-0 pitch, fastball at the knees, inside corner, 3 balls and strike. IronPigs trying to win their 4th straight, the first time since they won 4 in a row to begin the season. 3-1 pitch. Dominguez takes down low. It's ball 4. Second walk of the inning. It's 2 on, 2 outs, and Max Schumann coming to the plate. IronPigs have gone 0 for 5 in their 5 chances they've had since beginning the season 4-0 to win 4 straight games. Which, when you think about it, only 5 3-game winning streaks since the start of the season is probably less than you like. First pitch to Schumann, sweeper down the dirt, 1 ball, no strikes. And Pigs are going to get some action in the bullpen here. Looks like Mitch Noonborn. Yeah, so Noonborn is going to get up here. Be the first out of the or second out of the bullpen to follow Davidson. 1-0. Schumann lays off again. Once more down amongst the worms. Davidson 59 pitches, 34 strikes. Bethencourt at second, Dominguez at first. The 2-0 pitch popped up behind home. It's going to spiral up towards us. Land out towards the parking lot. 2-1 on Schumann, who had the first hit of the game for the RailRiders, a double in the first. Scranton leading 2-0 on the 2-run homer by Tyler Hardman in the 4th. 2-1 coming home. Checked his swing, pitched down low, appeal to first. Held up again. If Davidson walks Schumann on a mound visit, feels pretty likely here. Give Noonborn more than enough time to get loose. So the lefty on deck, you'd at least have Davidson face Escara. It's his final hitter. Schumann calls time, steps out. gathers his thoughts, takes a deep breath. Windmills the bat out to Davidson. Takes his stance. Tucker ready. 3-1 to the plate. Down and in. Ball 4. Third walk of the inning. Second straight. Bases loaded. 2 outs. And J.C. Escarra coming up. And here comes Phil Kendari, the Pigs pitching coach, out to the mound now. While he goes out for a visit, good time to remind you that Jandal Farms, a proud sponsor of Iron Pigs baseball. Spanning 5 decades, the Jandal Turkey has remained the gold standard for dependable quality, flavor, and value. Find Jandal Turkey products at your local grocer today. So bases loaded. 2 outs for Escarra. Singled and scored ahead of the Hardman homer last inning. It's a chopper out to second base that Robert Moore couldn't handle on the run. 2-0 RailRiders, top of the 5th. Davidson trying to keep the Pigs within arm's reach. First pitch. Fastball sinks down and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Escarra hitting .286. The RailRiders 7 homers, driven in 24. Left on left matchup. The 1-0 off the end of the bat, a floater. Shallow left field. It's down for a base hit. 1 run scores. Flying around third. Dominguez scores without a play. It's a 2-run single for J.C. Escarra, and the RailRiders double their lead. It's 4-0 in the top of the 5th. Super tough break for Davidson there. Gets Escarra off the end of the bat. Just squirts it into shallow left. Not hit hard at all, but it'll be worth 2 runs. RailRiders 4, IronPigs 0, and Tank Adamson out to the mound for a pitching change. As Davidson will be done with runners at the corners now and 2 outs. And Mitch Newborn coming on in relief. We got a pitching change. Go ahead, take a break. Be back in 60 seconds. Here in the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
The thing that surprises me is what Alabama used to be. They run the football. They ranked 124th nationally in rushing yards last year. And the recruiting class for 2027 ranks 32nd. The schools in front of Alabama for recruits for next year include Minnesota, Vandy, Kentucky, Cal, and Georgia Tech. You can see where, man, do you need a good season. And I think Alabama could start out the season maybe 8-0. If I'm looking at the schedule correctly. But Kalen DeBoer, now this is what happens. You'll get the, well, what's his buyout? You'll probably hear that. If they slip up early in the season, he is owed $67 million.
The Dan Patrick Show.
Dan, Dennis, and you.
Weekdays 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific on Fox Sports Radio.
You're listening to the Iron Pigs Radio Network.
Top of the 5th, IronPigs now in a 4-0 hole. 2 outs. Now 2 on base at first and third, with Mitch Newborn coming in out of the bullpen here to replace Tucker Davidson. Tucker, final line will read, or current line reads, 4 runs in 2 2/3 innings. Gives up 3 hits, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts. It's the walks that killed Davidson here today. The 3 here in the 5th, extending the frame, giving J.C. Escarra the chance for the bloop 2-run base hit. So Davidson departs, responsible for the 2 runners on base at first and third. Mitch Newborn will try to strand him for him. It's Davidson done after 65 pitches. Throws 36 strikes. Mitch, the Australian, 4-seam fastball, slider, splitter. Making his 13th appearance, he is 0-1 with a 3.60 ERA. 15 innings, 12 strikeouts, 12 walks, 16 hits. Newborn actually made his season debut with the Pigs off the injured list, coming up from Reading against Scranton Wilkes-Barre in Moosic this year. First pitch on the way to Oswaldo Cabrera, crosses shoe tops, misses for ball 1. It was last year Newborn felt like every single one of his starts for the IronPigs somehow came against Scranton. He started about 10 games, and 4 of them came against the RailRiders. 1-0 pitch. Cabrera out in front with a changeup. Swings and misses, a ball and a strike. Noonborn threw 3 innings last week in Worcester, gave up 2 runs on 2 hits, but did strike out 6. Right-handed pitcher, 6 foot tall, 190 pounds, slide step home. Fastball misses upstairs. 2 balls and a strike. Schumann at third, Escarra at first. Oswaldo Cabrera hitting. Open stance from the left side. Noonborn deals home. Cabrera waits out the changeup and just ticks it towards the backstop. Noonborn's only appearance against the RailRiders, his season debut for the Pigs back on June the 11th. Gave up 1 unearned run on 1 hit. Two and 2 on Oswaldo Cabrera. Noonborn from the belt. Runner taken off from first, now back to the bag. Escarra, the pitch on Cabrera. Swats it high in the air the other way, deep left. Pham is back to the track, able to reel it in. Just a step in front of the wall. Retires Cabrera in the inning over. RailRiders do play 2 more though. Double their lead, we go bottom 5, halfway home. It's 4-0 Scranton here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
This Saturday from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., it's the 12-hour sale event at Ashley Furniture. Save up to 70% off all Ashley Furniture on the styles you've been waiting for. Shop now and pay later with Ashley's no-interest financing. Plus, enjoy free delivery on your purchase. Yes, free delivery. And that's not all. We're giving away prizes every hour. Big savings, big giveaways, and one big day to shop. Don't miss the 12-hour sale this Saturday only at Ashley.
Score update presented by Ashley in the Field of Dreams game in Iowa. The Phillies lead the Minnesota Twins 2-1 after 2. In the International League, RailRiders have doubled their advantage. The IronPigs now trailing 4-0, going bottom 5. Bottom of the 7th tonight in Durham. The Durham Bulls down 1-0 to the Memphis Redbirds, while it's 8-0 Worcester over Buffalo after 5. Top of the 5th in Columbus, Omaha 4, Columbus 2, the score there. Well, it's a 2-2 deadlock. Top of the 4th in Jacksonville tonight between the Jumbo Shrimp and the Syracuse Mets. Indianapolis leads 2-0 over Nashville, top of the 3rd there. Well, it's all Iowa in the early goings. They're up 6-1 over St. Paul in the top of the 2nd. Still the back end of a doubleheader to come between Toledo and Louisville after the Mud Ants. One game won 5-3. Other finals from earlier today. Charlotte down Rochester 7-2, while Gwinnett an extra innings victory in 11, 3-2 over Norfolk. Pigs trail 4-0, going bottom 5. Here's Sam Jones.
Thank you, Jack. Like you said, halfway home, IronPigs down 4-0. Trying to get something going offensively against Elmer Rodriguez. They were threatening against him in the 2nd and the 3rd. Left 2 on base each time, though. Set down the signed order in the 4th. So on a little bit of a roll now. He's retired 4 in a row. They'll be 8-9-1, 2 up. Stuart Baroa, Robert Moore, and then the top of the order, Christian Cairo. Baroa over 1, bounced back to the mound his first time up. Switch hitter bats left-handed, shows bunt on the first pitch, and instead takes up and away. Stewart is probably the authority on bunting for the Pigs this season. Last year, Justin Crawford, Garrett Stubbs, 2 very fine practitioners of the art. 1-0 pitch. Baroa not bunting this time, and instead grounds it right back to the mound again. Gloved by Rodriguez, throws the first. Plenty of time to get Baroa, who, frustrated with himself, kicks first base when he gets there. It's the first out here in the bottom of the 5th. Brings up Robert Moore. Moore, one of the 4 strikeout victims today for Rodriguez. Base is empty, 1 out. First pitch on the way. Moore off the hands, fouls it away. Moore, pretty quiet week in Worcester. Switch hitter, bats left-handed, swings here and off the hands, fisted out to second base. Volpe on the run up the middle, able to snag it on the fly, retire Moore. 2 away in the 5th, brings up Christian Cairo. Cairo 0 for 2 in his return off the injured list. Rafael Marchand is in the on-deck circle. We were told he's going to be done after 5 innings today, so it looks like he will try to take his plate appearance should it happen here in the 5th. Otherwise, we will have a new catcher when we go to the top of the 6th. First pitch to Cairo on the outside corner with the cutter. 0-1. 4-0 RailRiders. 4 runs, 4 hits for Scranton. No runs, 3 hits for the IronPigs. 0-1. Cairo takes down the dirt. A ball and a strike. Christian, when he hit the injured list, was hitting .245 at the time. 3 homers, 32 RBIs. Led the league with 81 walks. Single season IronPigs franchise record. 2-1. Off the end of the bat, a one-hop chopper back to the mound. Rodriguez gloves, takes a look at the baseball, sends the pearly white over the first, retire Cairo. And the Pigs down in order quickly here in the 5th. 7 in a row retired by Rodriguez. On to the 6th, it's 4-0 Scranton here in the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Lehigh Valley Health Network is now proudly part of Jefferson Health. And when 2 healthcare leaders come together for the community, you can expect more. More access, more doctors, more convenience. Jefferson Health and Lehigh Valley Health Network. Together for the future of care.
Riverview Country Club is set along the scenic Delaware River corridor, just 2 miles north of Easton in Forks Township. Riverview's 18-hole championship golf course has established itself as one of the area's premier public golf facilities. Riverview offers 5 sets of tees for golfers of all levels to enjoy this course, complete with bentgrass landing areas and bluegrass fairways. Its consistent great course conditions and beautiful panoramic views make Riverview a must-play course. Plus, Riverview Country Club has a pro shop that is well stocked with the latest golf equipment and apparel to keep you looking sharp and on top of your game. Riverview Country Club also boasts the Villa on the Green, a beautiful banquet facility that is the perfect place to host your next corporate meeting or event. For more information on the course, season passes, to book an event, or book your tee time, call 610-559-9700. That's 610-559-9700. Or visit them at riverviewcountryclub.com. That's riverviewcountryclub.com. Come see what makes Riverview Country Club the premier facility in the area.
You're listening to the IronPigs Radio Network.
Top of the 6th, IronPigs still down 4-0. Sam Jelinek with you here from the Cyan Sky broadcast booth. Got a defensive change to tell you about as Mitch Noonborn back in the mound for the IronPigs faces Tyler Hardman here to begin the top of the 6th. First pitch misses down low for ball 1. Now catching, it's Peyton Henry behind the dish for the IronPigs. Rafael Marchand's first rehab game done. After 5 innings, picks up a base hit. Looked pretty spry behind the plate, no limitations. Pitch home to Hardman, launches a sky-scraping pop-up. Foul ground, third base side, Kemp by his own dugout, makes the catch, presses up against the railing and keeps his feet. Nice play by Otto Kemp. Looked like he was ready to dive into the dugout if it was needed. Thankfully it wasn't. And Otto holds on to it for the out. See him tracking, reaching for the padded railing. And, well, looked like, I couldn't tell who it was, but somebody was there ready to catch him. Maybe it looked kind of like Brian Keller. 1 out, top of the 6th, first pitch. Yanquiel Fernandez, fastball on the outer black. No balls and strike. Fernandez 0 for 2. Was flied to left, popped out to second base. Homered last night, part of a back-to-back bombs by Fernandez and Cabrera. 0-1, way out in front of a changeup. Makes a mean wallop, comes up empty. 0-2. No action out in the RailRiders bullpen, so Elmer Rodriguez, not really ever a question. He's going to come out for the bottom of the 6th. Continues to just stymie the IronPigs. 0-2 on Fernandez. Noonborn deals. Fernandez reaching for it. A high chop. Foul. First base side. 2 strikes. (0-2) on Yankiel Fernandez. Iron Pigs winners the first 2 games of the series. Try to make it 3 in a row. 0-2. Fernandez late on the heater, sitting off speed, fouls it off. Noonborn, born in South Africa, but raised in Australia. 0-2. Fernandez just gets a piece of the changeup. Count remains 0-2. And with that in mind, between him and Tank, both played for Team Australia and WBC, we thought we'd try to be some fun to have some of the guys try some Vegemite. If you don't know what Vegemite is, it's this nutritious spread. 0-2 is down and away, 1-2. It is best way to describe it to Americans is almost in the same category as Nutella, as far as, you know, something you spread on bread and then, you know, toast the bread, you eat it, kind of thing, except it's not like Nutella at all. 1-2, splitters up and away, 2-2. And then it's, you know, not chocolatey, it's, you know, in the name Vegemite, it's got vegetables and vitamins. And it's this brown, blackish kind of paste that Australians, mostly, enjoy for breakfast. Their kind of version of avocado toast. Tank had been raving about it, so we thought, okay, 2-2. Fernandez fouls another one off. 8th pitch of the at-bat. We thought, okay, maybe we can get on video some of the guys trying some Vegemite. So we, you know, took Tank's recipe. He demanded sourdough bread, toasted the sourdough, a little bit of butter, a little bit of Vegemite, spread it on there, and we could not get a single soul down the clubhouse to try the abomination. They looked at it once and said, no, no chance. 2-2, Fernandez, a screamer foul off the tarp down the right field line. There's a rumor that Kyle Backus actually enjoys Vegemite, although we did not have him around to try it. Tried to goad Paul McIntosh into trying it. He said no chance. So our attempts were in vain. So try to bring the down under up here. 2-2 down the dirt. Fernandez not going down without a fight here. 10 pitch at bat. 3-2. 4-0 RailRiders, top of the 6th. Base is clear, 1 out. The 3-2, Fernandez finally puts it in play. A line drive into right. Stays back just enough on the splitter. Lines it into right field for a base hit. It's a 1-out base runner for the RailRiders to bring up Christian Bethencourt. That was actually a perfect pitch by Noonborn. Splitter down and away at the knees on the black. The problem is Noonborn's arsenal is so limited between fastball, split, slider that I think Fernandez just sitting on the splits has just got unbelievably long levers, can cover the outside corner. Able to line it into right for a base hit. Andrew Bechtold getting loose out in the Iron Pigs bullpen. First pitch from Noonborn. Bethencourt. Sliders outside for ball 1. Middle infield at double play depth. Noonborn comes home. Bethencourt, a check swing chopper out towards second. Charging more, he's got it on the infield grass. Flips it over to first. In time to get Bethencourt. 2 away in the inning, but up to second goes Fernandez. Now in scoring position for the 9-hole hitter, Kennedy Corona. Corona 0 for 2, and Noonborn has to attack Corona here. Don't want to face the top of the order with potentially multiple runners on base. Open stance from the right side for Corona. 0 for 2 with a strikeout and ground out. Noonborn throws a fastball missing just down and in. Fernandez at second, 1-0 pitch. Slider just bends outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Two-0 pitch. Corona hits a laser foul down the third base side. Will ricochet off the sidewall. Two balls, hand strike. Scranton 2 in the 4th to open the scoring on a Hardman homer. 2 more in the 5th. Single by Scara. Two-one pitch. Corona swings, fouls it back towards us in the press box. Lands just on the facade. Nearly the second this week up in the visiting broadcast booth. Thank goodness that missed. Two and two on Kennedy Corona. Noonborn offers up. Splitter slips out of the hand, and this is up and in. 3-2. Fernandez out at second base. The payoff pitch. Corona got a good one to hit, but found it back. Still 3-2 on Kennedy Corona. Noonborn about to be his 27th pitch out of the bullpen here. Fernandez at second, 4-0 RailRiders in the 6th. 3-2, just down and away. Ball 4, he walks Corona, and the inning continues. 2 on, 2 out for Anthony Volpe. Top of the order. Volpe 0 for 2 out of the leadoff spot. Nearly had a base hit his last time up, but Tucker Davidson took one to the calf, off the back of the knee, kept it on the infield, was thrown out at first. Out of the mound goes the catcher, Peyton Henry. Talk it over with Noonborn, allow Bechtold enough time to get loose. He's had a couple of hitters here, so I would wager that Bechtold, if Volpe were to reach, would probably come into this game next. Two on, 2 out. 4-0 Scranton. First pitch to Volpe. Fastball above the belt. A ball, no strikes. Volpe hitting .234 with Scranton. Just his 15th game. Couple earlier this season. This is second option back. 1-0 pitch. Volpe a hard grounder by the diving Kemp on the backhand at third. Down the left field line for a base hit. Fernandez comes in to score. Volpe on his way to second. He's in with a feet first line. Ahead of the throw from Pham. It's an RBI double. It's now 5-0 Scranton here in the 6th. They've scored in 3 consecutive innings here. Just a tough break for the Pigs. Volpe didn't hit it terribly hard, but Kemp playing off the line at third, had to dive back on the backhand, couldn't get there in time. Volpe drives in 1. Corona moves over the third. Good job by Pham, getting it in quickly enough to keep a second run from scoring. And a bit surprisingly here, Noonborn is going to face Jason Dominguez, even with Bechtold up in the bullpen. First pitch on the way. Change up misses up high. A ball and no strikes. Volpe his 4th double, 8th RBI here. Dominguez 0 for 2, walked and scored his last time up. Takes a 1-0 changeup, up and away. Ball 2. Volpe at second, Corona at third, 2-0 to Dominguez. Scoops a line drive out to second, leaping Moore, able to come down with it for the final out of the inning. Little bunny hop for Moore on the humpback liner. Retires Dominguez and the inning over, but Scranton does tack on one more. Anthony Volpe with a RBI double. Go bottom six. It's now 5-0 Scranton here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
This Saturday from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., it's the 12-hour sale event at Ashley Furniture. Save up to 70% off all Ashley Furniture on the styles you've been waiting for. Shop now and pay later with Ashley's no-interest financing. Plus, enjoy free delivery on your purchase. Yes, free delivery. And that's not all. We're giving away prizes every hour. Big savings, big giveaways, and one big day to shop. Don't miss the 12-hour sale this Saturday. Only at Ashley.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank. Member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Carly, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill, I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code PLAN to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code PLAN to borrow up to $10,000. Use code PLAN to borrow up to $10,000.
You're listening to Iron Pigs Baseball, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America. On Fox Sports Radio 94.7 FM, 12:30 a.m., and streaming at lvfoxsports.com.
Bottom of the sixth, Iron Pigs now down 5-0. They'll be 2, 3, and 4 due up against Elmer Rodriguez. He's retired 7 straight, 5 scoreless innings in the books. First pitch to Peyton Henry. This is down and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Peyton taking his first plate appearance of the game. Came on to replace Rafael Marchand after the end of the 5th. 1-0 pitch, fastball outside corner, a ball and a strike. Peyton 3 for 3 back on Tuesday, including a solo homer. His first of the year for the Iron Pigs. 1-1. Breaking ball buckled him a little at the knees, inside corner. 1-2. Peyton began the year with Scranton Wilkes-Barre. Got released the end of July, picked up by the Iron Pigs. Actually, at the beginning of July, he was released, then picked up by the Pigs. 1-2. Off the end of the bat, fouls it off in the box. Peyton back where he spent all of 2025 with the Pigs. One-two pitch, swing and a miss. Out in front of a breaking ball. Henry down on strikes, 5th strikeout of the game for Elmer Rodriguez. Eight in a row retired by Rodriguez. Last man to reach is the guy at the plate, Felix Reyes. Singled off the wall and right. His last time up, first pitch fastball right down the middle. No balls and strike. 5 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the RailRiders. No runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Iron Pigs. 0-1. Reyes takes another fastball at the knees. 0-2. Rodriguez continuing his dominance against the Iron Pigs here this season. The Pigs got to him earlier this year, the first time they saw him back on May the 23rd, as he walked a season high 6. 0-2, checked his swing, pitch outside, appealed first. He lays off. Rodriguez took the loss that day, only gave up 2 hits, but 5 runs, 4 earned. He then started twice against the Pigs in Music, getting both wins. 1-2, swing and a miss. Reyes nearly down to a knee. Comes up empty on a breaking ball away. Back-to-back strikeouts for Rodriguez. 9 in a row, retired. Rodriguez in 11 of the third innings that week gave up just 4 runs on 6 hits, 5 walks, 6 strikeouts. Now this easily his best start of the year against the IronPigs. 4th time the Pigs have seen him now. First pitch to Gabriel Rincones Jr. Breaking ball misses outside. A ball, no strikes. Gabe doubled back in the 2nd inning, also grounded out to first with a pair of runners aboard back in the 3rd. 1-0. Curveball inside corner, a ball, and a strike. "5-0 RailRiders, bottom of the 6th. Infield plays, pull side. Rodriguez kicks and authors. Rincones swings and misses. Breaking ball down the dirt. 1-2. One-two pitch. Fastball just below the knees, outside corner. 2-2. Rodriguez back-to-back strikeouts. Open the 6th, trying to punch out the side here. 5-0 Scranton. 2-2. Called strike 3. Inside corner. Rincones is going to challenge this. IronPigs have managed to win their only challenge of the game so far here, and upon review, the call in the field is overturned. So the call in the field overturned, and Rincones swings to the 3-2. It's a one-hopper back at first. Hardman has it, goes to the bag himself. Retires Rincones to end the inning, so Gabe only delaying the inevitable a bit. Rodriguez still retires him to end the 6th. IronPigs go down 1-2-3 again. We're on to the 7th. It's 5-0 Scranton here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Lehigh Valley Health Network is now proudly part of Jefferson Health. And when 2 healthcare leaders come together for the community, you can expect more. More locations, more clinical trials, more breakthrough treatments. Jefferson Health and Lehigh Valley Health Network. Together for the future of care.
When IronPigs fans need to care for their dogs, they know they can turn to Leader of the Pack K9 Institute. Their award-winning facility provides the best boarding, training, daycare, and grooming in the Lehigh Valley. Trust professionals at Leader of the Pack K9 Institute to care for your pet during your next trip, or even walk your dog while you're away with Leader of the Pack's live webcams. Join the pack at LOPCI.com or call 610-366-8282. Franchises are now available. Richmar Forest is the Lehigh Valley's premier funeral company and has been since 1955. From weddings to funerals to corporate events, Richmar Forest does it all. Whether you know exactly what you want or your need of some creative magic, Richmar's talented creative staff is ready to help you create the full arrangement of your dreams. Give them a call today at 610-437-5588 or visit their website at richmarforest.com. Richmar Forest is a proud sponsor of the Lehigh Valley IronPigs, NASCAR, and the Lehigh Valley Phantoms.
You're listening to the IronPigs Radio Network.
Top of the 7th, IronPigs still down 5-0, and a pitching change for the Pigs as Andrew Bechtold takes over on the mound, replacing Mitch Noonborn. Mitch, inning in the 3rd, gives up 1 run on 2 hits, 1 walk, no strikeouts. Bechtold coming in with an 8.10 ERA. For the Pigs, no record. 16 2/3 innings, 12 strikeouts, 12 walks, 23 hits. So Bechtold will have Schumann, Escara, and Cabrera due up. First pitch on the way to Schumann. Bechtold with a fastball down the middle. No balls and a strike. Bechtold hard-throwing righty, 6'1", 185. It's at mid-90s with a fastball and the slider, just a 2-pitch mix. High leg kick, 0-1. Schumann tags a fly ball, deep left center field, chasing Baroa back to the track. He'll circle up in front of it. Get under it, make the catch. Retires Schumann for the first out here of the 7th. Brings up J.C. Scara. Bechtold throwing for the first time since back on the 9th in Worcester that Sunday. Went 2/3 of an inning, gave up 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 walk, no strikeouts. It was a tough week in Worcester for Andrew. Gave up 5 runs in total, 2 innings of work. First pitch to Escara is ripped on a line, but hooking foul into the seats. Will actually carry him back to Gabriel Kona's out right. So 5-0 RailRiders, top of the 7th. Scranton still does not have anybody up in the bullpen with Elmer Rodriguez at just 82 pitches. Scara, 2-run singles last time up off of Tucker Davidson. 0-1, fastball up and away, a ball and a strike. One and one on Escara. The pitch home, up and away. 2 balls and a strike. Bechtold began the year on the injured list with a right shoulder labrum issue. Works from the third base side of the rubber, kicks and deals. Escara checks his swing, pitch at the knees. Check swing, didn't matter. Escara drops the bat in the box. 2-2. Five-0 Scranton. Top of the 7th. Pigs want their 4th straight win. It's going to have to be in come from behind fashion. 2-2. Slider down low. 3-2. Infield playing to the pull side. Kemp off the line at third base. Cairo right up the middle at shortstop. 3-2. Escara hits it hard on the ground to first, down to a knee. Reyes scoops it, gets up, goes to the bag himself. Retires Escara, and it's 2 up and 2 down for Andrew Bechtold here to begin the 7th. Brings up as Waldo Cabrera. Cabrera 0 for 3. He's homered in 2 straight games coming into the ball game. Switch hitter and bats left-handed. Bechtold looking for the first 1-2-3 inning for the Pigs since Ryan Cusick sat down the side in order in the 2nd. First pitch slider in for a called strike. Ryan Cusick opened with 2 scoreless innings. Tucker Davidson gave up 4 over 2 2/3. Noonborn 1 run in an inning and a third, and now Bechtold, the 0-1 to Cabrera, lofted in the air down the left field side. Pham over a couple steps, settles under it, makes the catch, and it is a 1-2-3 inning for Andrew Bechtold. Sits down the RailRiders in order. We go bottom 7. Time to stretch. It's 5-0 RailRiders here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Easton Honda Studios. This is Fox Sports Radio. Clinton Acura and Wilkes-Barre. Easton Honda, 2 trusted names, 1 goal, 5-star customer service.
This Saturday from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., it's the 12-hour sale event at Ashley Furniture. Save up to 70% off all Ashley Furniture on the styles you've been waiting for. Shop now and pay later with Ashley's no-interest financing. Plus, enjoy free delivery on your purchase. Yes, free delivery. And that's not all. We're giving away prizes every hour. Big savings, big giveaways, and 1 big day to shop. Don't miss the 12-hour sale this Saturday, only at Ashley.
Regal Insurance is your one-stop insurance shop on William Penn Highway in Easton. For over 80 years, Regal Insurance is the trusted local insurance agency that puts their customers first. For auto, home, life, and small business
Talking to Cumulus Digital. Get help from a real digital marketing expert who knows your streets and neighbors. Go to cumulusdigital.com, fill out the form, and connect to a real person.
You're listening to IronPigs Baseball, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America, on Fox Sports Radio 94.7 FM, 12:30 a.m., and streaming at lvfoxsports.com.
Hope you got a good stretch in. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Still 5-0 RailRiders. Elmer Rodriguez cruising it right now for Scranton. Hasn't given up a base runner since the 3rd. Has retired 10 straight. Tommy Pham leads it off here in the 7th. 0 for 1 with a walk. First pitch from Rodriguez misses down and away. A ball, no strikes. Phillies have taken a 5-1 lead in Iowa. Kyle Schwarber into the corn again. 2-run shot. Bryce Harper, an RBI single as well. Pitch to Pham, misses again. 2 balls, no strikes. IronPigs trying to turn this into their own field of dreams, because right now it's a house of horrors. 2-0. Fastball just down and away. Scar's going to challenge this. Thinks it might have nipped the knees, and I think he might have a point. Neither team has lost a challenge yet, and upon review, Scranton will retain theirs here. Call on the field is overturned. It's 2 balls and a strike. 0-1 or 2-1 on Tommy Pham. The pitch home, swing and a miss. Chase the curveball down and away. 2-2. Rodriguez has walked just 1. He has given up just 3 hits, 6 strikeouts. Absolutely blitzing the IronPigs tonight. 2-2. Heater misses outside. 3-2. But if you feel for the Pigs, they can just get the leadoff man aboard here, get into the RailRiders bullpen. Anything's possible. Rodriguez, this will be pitch number 88. Lines and deals the 3-2. Fastball called, strike 3, but Pham's going to challenge this. He was already walking towards first. Yeah, that pitch was way outside. Alex Shears challenged here, and upon review, they say it's on the black. Looking at StatCast, says it was a good couple inches off the plate. I thought that was down and away, but 7 strikeouts now for Elmer Rodriguez. First pitch to Colby Thomas. Sinker at the knees. No balls and a strike. Eleven in a row retired by Rodriguez. Slim righty out of Puerto Rico. Works on the first base side, kicks and deals. The pitch is cut on and missed. 0-2. It's been a tough series now for Colby after a good debut with the Pigs on the road. He's now 1 for 9 this week. 0-2. Thomas breaks his bat on a liner to third, speared by Schumann. A step to his left. Puts it away. Thomas retired. His bat out of commission as well. 2 away in the 7th. Splintering his bat there. A little bit off the end of the bat. Two outs and the base is clear for Otto Kemp. Nobody up in the IronPigs bullpen, so that tells you Andrew Bechtold will try to go 2 innings. 5-0 RailRiders, bottom of the 7th. First pitch, Kemp takes down the middle for a called strike. A 1 pitch. Otto chops it foul right to the on-deck hitter Stuart Baroa. Tries to punts it foul back. 0-2. One of these small things about minor league baseball as well here is I'm only now just noticing this because I don't remember Stewart wearing high socks to begin the game here, but Otto is wearing navy blue high socks at the plate as he lines the 0-2 on one hop to short. Cabrera in a shallow left center gloves, pirouette throw to first on time to get Kemp. Oswaldo Cabrera bang at first, makes the spinning play at short. to retire Kemp, and it's 13 in a row retired for Elmer Rodriguez, as he's thrown 7 scoreless. On to the 8th, 5-0 RailRiders here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Can we cut all that? That's not going to convince anyone. Coke Zero is now Coke Zero Sugar with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news, some were skeptical. And none of this noise is going to convince you that Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste, because the only thing that will make you believe that is trying it yourself. No lasers. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
Score update presented by Ashley. Field of Dreams game tonight in Iowa. Phillies up 5-1 over the Twins in the bottom of the 4th. In the International League, Pigs trailing 5-0 after 7 innings of play against the RailRiders. 1-1 bottom 9 between Durham and Memphis, while it's bottom 7 in Worcester tonight. Woo Sox up 10-1 against Buffalo. Top of the 7th, 7-2, Omaha leads Columbus, while at the bottom of the 5th, Indianapolis still up 2-0 against Nashville. Rain delay in the top of the 5th between Jacksonville and Syracuse. Jumbo Shrimp lead the Mets 3-2. 7-1, Iowa leads St. Paul. The bottom of the 4th, while the back end of a doubleheader underway. No score, bottom 1 between Louisville and Toledo. Toledo took game 1 5-3. Other finals from earlier today and tonight: Charlotte over Rochester 7-2, while Gwinnett won in 11 innings 3-2 over the Norfolk Tides. Pigs in for another late game comeback. They're down 5-0, going top 8. Here's Sam Jelnick.
Thank you, Jack. Like you said, IronPigs down 5-0. Top of the 8th, Andrew Bechtel will try to keep this game within arm's reach. 5-0 RailRiders. Bechtel with a 1-2-3 7th. We'll have Hardman, Fernandez, Bethencourt 2 up. Hardman got the scoring going back in the 4th with a 2-run homer off of Tucker Davidson. Can't lay off the first one, checks his swing, slider down and away. Appeal to first. He wins, no balls, and strike. Bechtold, somewhat local product. Out of Chadds Ford, PA. Went to high school in Garnet Valley down in Glen Mills. 0-1. Hardman rips it on one hop over to third. Foul ball by the coach's box. Will ricochet all the way out to left, where Tommy Pham will have to go and retrieve it. Flips it up into the pig pen. (0-2) on Tyler Hardman. Bechtold has had some trouble throwing strikes this season, but so far in this outing, been attacking the zone. 0-2, slider down and away. A ball, 2 strikes. It's one of my small favorite things that whenever post-game, typically it's a Sunday, sometimes might be a Friday or Saturday night. Typically nights we have fireworks. 1-2, fastball pops the mitt, misses just outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, where maybe a post-game interview, waiting for somebody to do a media appearance down in the tunnel, and Bechtold will be back in the batting cages with typically one, if not both, of his 2 little twins. 2-2, called, strike 3. Fastball at the knees, gets Hardman looking. First strikeout out of the pen for Bechtold. 1 away in the 8th. Bechtold will be in there with his twins, his little kids. Can't be more than a couple years old. Got out the wiffle ball and everything, and they'll be playing with the tee and having some fun, and just seeing the smile on Bechtold and his kid's face and his wife's. Andrew talked about re-signing with the Phillies, specifically how great it was last year. Spent most of the year with Reading. First pitch is way high on Yanquiel Fernandez. And getting to be here close to home, have his wife and his children around, and live some semblance of a normal life. Something a lot of players never really get when they play. 1-0 pitch, fouled back. A ball and a strike. Elmer Rodriguez, 7 innings in the books, and looks like Travis McGregor, who had started warming last inning, pitch to Fernandez, is lifted high in the air, deep to right. Rincona's back in front of the wall, makes the catch. back pressed up against the padded wall. He puts it away, crashes into it. Thankfully, Gabe tall enough, didn't need to jump up for it too much. As Fernandez tried to golf it out of here, but it stays in the yard for the second out of the 8th. 2 outs, and the base is clear. Brings up Christian Bethencourt. It's a little lead for Gabe in front of the wall. First pitch to Bethencourt, breaks his bat, slow roller over to third to his left. Otto Kemp scoops it, takes a look at the ball, hurls it over to first. Plenty of time to get Bethencourt. Another 1-2-3 inning. Ranger Bechtold sits down the side in order, and we go bottom 8. Pigs looking to rally, down 5-0 here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
This Saturday from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., it's the 12-hour sale event at Ashley Furniture. Save up to 70% off all Ashley Furniture on the styles you've been waiting for. Shop now and pay later with Ashley's no-interest financing. Plus, enjoy free delivery on your purchase. Yes, free delivery. And that's not all. We're giving away prizes every hour. Big savings, big giveaways, and one big day to shop. Don't miss the 12-hour sale this Saturday, only at Ashley.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill, I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code PLAN to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code PLAN to borrow up to $10,000. Use code PLAN to borrow up to $10,000. You're listening to IronPigs Baseball, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America, on Fox Sports Radio 94.7 FM, 12:30 a.m., and streaming at lvfoxsports.com.
Top of the 8th, IronPigs down, or bottom of the 8th, IronPigs down 5-0. Travis McGregor relieves Elmer Rodriguez here, who ends his day having retired the final 13 in a row. Absolutely electric to end his day. Rodriguez goes 7 scoreless, 3 hits, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. Relieved by Travis McGregor here to begin the bottom of the 8th. McGregor deals home to Stuart Baroa. The fastball is just outside. McGregor making his AAA and RailRiders debut here this season. He hasn't pitched the AAA level since 2024. He's never pitched with the RailRiders. The righty kicks and deals. Baroa swings and misses through a high fastball, a ball, and a strike. McGregor on the IL to begin the season. Made 4 rehab appearances, 1-1, misses outside, 2 balls and strike. 3 appearances with Single A Tampa, 1 with High A Hudson Valley. Eight, 9-1 for the Pigs here in the 8th. A 2-1 pitch, fastball misses outside, 3 balls and a strike. McGregor was originally a 2nd-round pick. Pirates 2016, hit quite a few injury bumps as he didn't pitch from basically the end of 2018 until the 2021 season. 3-1, misses outside, ball 4, and McGregor immediately snaps the string of 14 or 13 in a row retired by Rodriguez that he left him with as he walks Baroa to lead off the bottom of the 8th. Lou Trevino getting loose out in the IronPigs bullpen. At the top of the 9th, will it be in a close game? Pigs are going to try to fight for that. Man at first, nobody out, and pitch to Robert Moore, nearly hits him. Just a jump out of the way of that. McGregor coming off the IL today, I would figure the leash and the pitch count on him probably going to be pretty short. 1-0 pitch. Fastball an inch or two off the outside black. 94. McGregor spent all of last year at the AA level between AA Frisco and AA Biloxi, Brewers and Rangers orgs. He was 0-6 with a 4.94 ERA. 2-0, Moore checks his swing. Pitch outside, appeal to third, he lays off. 3-0 on Moore after Baroa walked on 5 pitches. McGregor now 7 pitches into his outing has only thrown one strike here. 3-0 pitch, up and away, ball 4, back-to-back walks to begin the bottom of the 8th. Clears the bottom of the order. 2 on, nobody out. And now the top, Christian Cairo coming to the plate. Catcher J.C. Escara comes out. The entire infield will convene. Try to inspire McGregor here, provide some confidence. As I think the RailRiders cognizant that using a visit by Spencer Medic, their pitching coach, they'd like to reserve that for when they actually get an arm up. So by sending Escara out there as a quasi-pitching coach kind of accomplishes the same thing. First and second, nobody out. Christian Cairo off the IL earlier today. He is 0 for 3. A couple of ground outs, strikeout. 5-0 RailRiders, bottom of the 8th. IronPigs have been the masters of the comeback of late. First pitch, inside, and it clips Cairo. Just got him on the jersey across the chest. He's hit by the pitch, and the bases are loaded with nobody out to begin the bottom of the 8th. IronPigs hit a grand slam yesterday, and a grand slam wouldn't bring them all the way back here. But at least just moving the line continually here is what Peyton Henry's going to be looking to do. Peyton, who has crushed RailRider pitching in his career, hits. First pitch, McGregor just above the belts. 1 ball, no strikes. Peyton 3 for 3 with a homer. Back on Tuesday, did not play yesterday. He's got 7 homers and 19 RBIs in his career against Scranton in 20 games played. 1-0 pitch, swings through the fastball. A ball and a strike. Peyton made sure it was center cut. Certainly was there. Infield back, double play depth. 5-0 Scranton, bottom of the 8th. 1-1. Henry late again, swings and misses, pitch up and in, 1-2, and he comes out of the box staggered and limping a little bit. I don't know if he just lost his footing, his plant front leg there, and he's going to take a timeout, and I'm kind of wondering if he's going to call out the trainer here. Tank is walking in from the third base coach's box, and Henry trying to convince himself he's okay here, takes a practice swing. I don't know if it's worth it for Peyton not to have been looked at there. Taking a look at that swing, and yeah, his front leg just, his plant foot didn't really grind into the earth. 1-2 off the hands, found back. So still 1-2 on Peyton Henry. McGregor really trying to challenge him inside. Where all 3 fastballs have been. The 1-2. Henry with a bouncing ball the other way on the backhand, picked by Hardman, throws to second. Cabrera barely holds the bag, but a run will come in to score. Henry safe at first, no throw back. RBI fielder's choice. The Pigs will avoid the shutout here. It's 5-1 Scranton in the bottom of the 8th. That's a trade Scranton will take. And out for a run. RailRiders still up by 4 here in the bottom of the 8th. Hardman getting that out at second there. It was actually a lot closer than you would have expected. Nearly that throw pulling Cabrera off the bag. First and third. Pitch home to Felix Reyes. Hit in the air down the right field side and out of play. Felix, 1 for 3. 0-1. Reyes hits it in the air, pretty deep down the right field line. Slicing foul. Took a pitch down and away. Just couldn't keep it fair down the line. McGregor, after some control issues, jumps ahead on Reyes here, 0-2. Sometimes that's all it takes for a guy struggling with command. You see 1 or 2 find the zone. All of a sudden, your confidence is back. Back in working order. Pigs trying to rally in the 8th, down 4. Tying run in the on-deck circle. 0-2. Reyes late again, fouls it off. 95 right down the chute. If you can get Gabriel Conis to the plate representing the tying run, it's not all you can ask for here. 0-2 again. Fastball called, strike 3. Outside Black, Reyes just bends over at the waist. Does not use a challenge, might have been worth a look. Pigs do have 1 challenge left. Reyes, who typically is not been a guy who likes to challenge, holds on to it. Gabriel Conis Jr. will try to keep the line moving for the Pigs now with 2 outs. 1 run home in the inning. 1st and 3rd. 2 outs. Gabe 1 for 3. Swings the first pitch off the hands. It's a one-hopper up the middle. Glove by Volpe will feed Cabrera at second to force out Henry there and end the inning. Pigs load the bases with nobody out. Are able to scratch out 1 run. Go to the 9th. It's 5-1 Scranton here in the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Hi, IronPigs fans. I'm Linda Gordy. I work in human resources at Air Products. I live in Nazareth, Pennsylvania, and I'm proud to support MDA.
Air Products, working here, living here, giving.
Hi, IronPigs fans. I'm Nick Minica. I work in hydrogen energy systems at Air Products. I live in Zionsville, and I'm proud to support community bike works.
Air Products, working here, living here, giving. Chick-fil-A White is a proud sponsor of the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. Download a whole new way to Chick-fil-A with the Chick-fil-A One app. Earn points towards rewards with every qualifying purchase and save time on ordering ahead. Curbside, pickup, drive-thru, and delivery. You can even place catering orders for your larger events through the app. Available now at the App Store and Google Play. Chick-fil-A Whitehall. It's always our pleasure to serve you.
Not everyone knows. The utility only delivers your electricity and natural gas. IGS Energy gives you the power to choose not only your rate, but also your source. Because while energy runs your gadgets, appliances, heat, and air, straightforward, fixed-rate plans from IGS Energy can also fuel your peace of mind. It's why we're trusted by millions of households across the USA, and the official energy provider of your Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. Explore your energy choices at IGS.com.
You're listening to the Iron Pigs Radio Network.
Top of the 9th, Iron Pigs down 5-1. Avoid the shutout, but bases loaded, nobody out chance. In the last of the 8th, Iron Pigs unable to get more than 1 out of it. So we go to the 9th. Lou Trevino comes on, replaces Andrew Bechtold. Bechtold, 2 scoreless innings, 1 strikeout, 19 pitches, 13 strikes. One of the best outings this year for Andrew. Trevino will come on, have 9-1-2 due up before the Pigs hit in the bottom of the 9th. Corona, Volpe, and Dominguez. Lou throwing for the first time since picking up the save on Sunday. It was a monumental save for Lou in that he threw back-to-back days. One of the few Iron Pigs relievers to have done that this year. Trevino did it in a situation where he could have very easily not piped up and said to Tank, you know, I'm available today. But talking with Tank about it on Tuesday. First pitch on the way to Corona, cutter outside. A ball, no strikes. It was, Lou basically got word that, you know, Pigs were pretty short-staffed on Sunday, that finale in Worcester. Alan Ronhell being recalled. 1-0 pitch, down and away. Ball 2. And Lou, an erstwhile veteran who has been around the block a time or two and has 7+ years of Major League service time, has pitched in the postseason. He has closed out nearly 100 Major League games. He has done just about everything you could want out of a career as a reliever. 2-0 pitch down the middle, 2-1. And at 34 years old, after having been DFA'd, hitter Corona is going to challenge this. Scranton does have 2 challenges left. This seems ill-advised, and upon review, it is. Call on the field is confirmed. So Scranton loses the challenge, and the count remains 2-1. Lou could have very easily, after being DFA'd by the Phillies and re-signing, coming back down to the IronPigs, he had appeared for the first time since that DFA. 2-1 is up and in, 3-1, and re-signing on Saturday. Got hit around a little bit. Could have very well come back that Sunday. 34 years old, it's been like, you know, my body is sore, I'm tired, I don't feel like throwing back-to-back days. 3-1 pitch is swung on and missed, 3-2. But Lou stepped up, told Tank, if you need me, you got me. Tank has always said, if I got a chance to go for a win, I'm going to do everything I can for it. And Lou takes the ball in the bottom of the 9th. Shuts down the Woo Sox and gives the Pigs what I still think is probably the win of the year. 3-2, Corona fouls away. Now those are the little things that a guy can do for a clubhouse, that can do, that kind of show you character-wise who they are. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball down low. Gets Corona swinging through it. 1 away to begin the top of the 9th. I think an important distinction to make isn't that Lou said, you know, you can only use me if, you know, you got a lead, you're trying to close something out. It was, you know, if you need me, you got me. Of course, Tank, looking at Lou, is, you know, he's performed as one of his best relievers this year, if not the best. Pitches up high to Anthony Volpe. Trevino with a 1.71 ERA, 5 for 5 in save chances. I think Tank, realizing he was offering to pitch on back-to-back days. 1-0 is up and in. Ball 2. Tank said, you know, I was hopefully going to be able to avoid having to use it. But once his number was called, Lou was all over it. Trevino wants a new baseball, hot and sweaty out there, goes to the rosin bag. 2-0 on Volpe. RBI double inside the line at third his last time up. Two-0 pitch. Volpe swings and misses. 2 balls and a strike. (5-1) RailRiders in the 9th. 2-1. Fastball just off the plate, and Trevino another 3-ball count here. Outfield straight away, infield straight up. 3-1. Volpe tags in the air deep, straight away center. Chasing Baroa back towards the track. He'll circle lane, make a catch. Retire Volpe for the second out of the 9th, just off the end of the bat. Trevino keeps it in the yard. 2 away in the 9th. Brings up Jason Dominguez. Scranton getting another arm loose out in the bullpen. That looks like Danny Watson, who was activated off the temporarily inactive list. He'll have the bottom of the 9th in place of Travis McGregor, who gave up a run in the 8th. First pitch to Jason Dominguez, switch hitter batting left-handed, is fouled off. (5-1) Scranton. RailRiders 2 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th. IronPigs lone tally coming in the 8th. 0-1, foul back. 2 strikes on Jason Dominguez. 0 for 3 today. Walked and scored back in the 5th. Trevino on the verge of a 1-2-3 9th. 0-2. Down and in. A ball, 2 strikes. 1-2, swing and a miss. Change up, down and away. Gets Dominguez chasing in the inning over. So Trevino bookends the ninth with strikeouts. Sends this game bottom 9. IronPigs need 4 to tie it and 5 to win it. It's 5-1 Scranton here on the Pigs Radio Network. Presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
This Saturday from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., it's the 12-hour sale event at Ashley Furniture. Save up to 70% off all Ashley Furniture on the styles you've been waiting for. Shop now and pay later with Ashley's no-interest financing. Plus, enjoy free delivery on your purchase. Yes, free delivery. And that's not all. We're giving away prizes every hour. Big savings, big giveaways, and one big day to shop. Don't miss the 12-hour sale this Saturday, only at Ashley.
Regal Insurance is your one-stop insurance shop on William Penn Highway in Easton. For over 80 years, Regal Insurance is the trusted local insurance agency that puts their customers first. For auto, home, life, and small business insurance, Regal is the name to trust.
Hi, this is Jim Riggle of Regal Insurance. We've been a part of your community since 1936. Call us for a free quote at 610-258-7216. Visit regalins.com. Regal Insurance. Real people, real coverage.
Babel proudly presents The Poison Gift. Derek, hi.
Hi, I got you something. Ein bisschen Gift.
Gift? Ist das Gift?
Ja, ist das Gift. Für dich.
If you buy her a gift, don't tell her it's poison. Use Babel. Practice with Babel's guided conversations based on real situations. Get up to 50% off on your Babel subscription when you sign up at babel.com. BABBEL.com.
You're listening to IronPigs Baseball, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America. On Fox Sports Radio 94.7 FM, 12:30 a.m. and streaming at lvfoxsports.com.
Bottom of the ninth, IronPigs need 4 to tie, 5 to win it. It's 5-1 Scranton Wilkes-Barre. It'll be Pham, Thomas, and Kemp duo up against the new arm of the mound for Scranton, Danny Watson. Watson on to replace Travis McGregor on this visiting pitching change, brought to you by Lehigh Valley Chimney, keeping the valley safe, one chimney at a time. So Watson off the temporarily inactive list. Right-handed pitcher, works on the third base side, stretches and deals a slider. Outside corner, no balls and strike. Watson making his 35th appearance, 4-3, 4.74 ERA, 2 for 2 in save chances, but this is not save chance. 0-1. Just inside with the fastball, and Escara is going to challenge this. Scranton only has one challenge left, thinks it might have been a belt, and upon review, it was. Call on the field overturned, and 0-2 on Pham. Tommy 0 for 2 today with a walk. Pigs have been stymied by Scranton pitching for the most part. Elmer Rodriguez, who threw 7 scoreless, retiring 13 in a row to end his day. 0-2 fastball, runs up and in. A ball, 2 strikes. Watson, 25 years old, big guy out of Albany, New York. Went to college at VCU in Richmond. 6'7", 230-pound righty. 1-2, swing and a miss. Played on the fastball at 95. Pham down on strikes. One away to begin the ninth. IronPigs, if you're looking for some hope here, have been one of the best teams with their backs up against the wall this year. IronPigs have rallied 5 times in the ninth when they've trailed after 8. First pitch to Colby Thomas, a weak pop-up. Back of third, just onto the outfield grass. Third baseman Schumann gathers under it, puts it away. Thomas retired on one pitch, and the Pigs down to their final outs. 5 times the Pigs have trailed after 8 and come back to win it. It's one of the highest numbers in the International League, and not just down to their final inning, they're now down to their final outs. Otto Kemp, last hope, 0 for 3 today. 5-1 RailRiders to pitch home. Fastball misses inside. A ball, no strikes. Right now the win goes to Elmer Rodriguez. The loss to Tucker Davidson. No save in this one. 1-0 pitch. Kemp swings, launches a sky-scraping pop-up, foul ground, third base side. It's going to spiral about 10 rows deep. A ball and a strike. Scranton 2 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th. The Pigs' sole tally coming in the 8th. IronPigs have not had a hit since Felix Reyes singled back in the 3rd inning. Watson crossfire set, deals home. Kemp, a hard ground ball by a diving Cabrera at short on the back end and into left for a base hit. So, well, nix that. First hit for the Pigs since the 3rd. Stay alive here. Runner at first, 2 outs. Brings up Stuart Baroa. And out to the mound goes Shelly Duncan. He's going to make a pitching change. Danny Watson only allowed to face 3 hitters here. It's a surprise, but Scranton was getting somebody up in the bullpen quickly, so we got a pitching change here. Go ahead, take a break, be back in 60 seconds here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
This is The Herd. You gotta be consistent. With Colin Cowherd. Okay, so if I said there's an NFL team, guess which NFL team was without 20 players who were injured at their practice? You'd be like, Niners. Well, that's what happened yesterday. And it's a lot of old guys. I know football is more than just vibes, but the vibes around the Niners are not good. The coach has a concussion. Ricky Pearson out for the year. Again, injuries. They say it's not the Rangers Association. Whatever. They're always hurt. So old, expensive, and boring has been this team's brand for the last 2 years. I think Kyle Shanahan, to a fault, is very loyal to players, high IQ guys on both sides that are smart enough to get his schemes. He's a little impatient, therefore he becomes overly loyal. This is The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Wow. Weekdays at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific.
You're listening to the IronPigs Radio Network.
Bottom of the 9th, still here from Allentown to the RailRiders 5, the IronPigs 1. And when we jumped the gun on the Watson pitching change, it turned out Travis McGregor did stay in the game for the top of the 9th, or bottom of the 9th. Faced the first 2, gave up the hit to Kemp, and now Danny Watson is going to come into the game. Watson into the game on this Lehigh Valley chimney. Call the bullpen, keeping the Valley safe. 1 chimney at a time here. So McGregor done after an inning and 2/3. Line basically still the same here. Gives up 1 run, 1 hit, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. Responsible for Kemp over at first. And Watson will try to get the final out of the game for Scranton, while Stuart Baroa will try to keep this one alive for the IronPigs. Baroa 0 for 2 has scored the only run of the game for the Pigs when he walked to lead off the 8th. Switch hitter, bats left-handed. Kemp not being held on at first will take off for second. Pitches up and away for ball 1, and defensive indifference puts Kemp out at second base. 5-1 RailRiders, bottom of the 9th. Runner out at second, Watson kicks and deals. Baroa slashes it foul. So you already know all about Danny Watson here. IronPigs have seen him quite a bit this season. Get on the temporarily inactive list to begin the series. Twists and turns, comes the set, the 1-1. Baroa late on the slider, up and away. Swings through it, 1-2. IronPigs down to their final strike. Pigs 6 times now this year have strung together 3 consecutive wins. Potentially for a 6th time here, they will come up short of a 4-game winning streak. The 1-2, down and in, 2-2. Only the first time they had a 3-game winning streak, they got to 4. To open the season, they went 4-0. Every time since, they have failed in that 4th game now. Down to their final strike, the 2-2, swung on and missed. Held on to by Escara. Baroa thought he maybe got a piece of it. He did not. Escara holds on to it. Baroa strikes out, and that's the ball game. Final score to the RailRiders 5 and IronPigs 1. IronPigs winning streak comes to a close. The RailRiders take their first game of the series and make it a 2-1 series lead for the IronPigs. We'll go ahead, take a break. Come back with totals and a recap next on the Staybridge Suites, Allentown, Bethlehem Airport postgame show here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
This summer, we're going from minor league baseball to major fun. Whether you're just stopping by or looking for that Grand Slam getaway, Wyndham rewards everyone. Start earning points on your next qualified by Wyndham hotel stay and redeem them for minor league baseball tickets and experiences all summer long. Not a Wyndham Rewards member? Join for free at WyndhamRewards.com. Restrictions apply. Visit WyndhamRewards.com for more details.
Sometimes we win, sometimes we try to fit it all in. Sometimes we don't know what's in store. Sometimes we find what we're looking for. Sometimes we're bold and easy and free. Sometimes 1 and 1 makes 2. So much to love along this ride. That's why Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company, affiliates, Columbus, Ohio.
Thanks for listening to IronPigs Baseball. IronPigs Baseball is brought to you by naming rights partner Coca-Cola, presenting partner Capital Blue Cross, and founding partners Air Products, Service Electric, Lehigh Valley Health Network, a part of Jefferson Health, B. Braun, The Morning Call, and WFMZ Channel 69 News. Now it's time for the Staybridge Suites Allentown Bethlehem Airport postgame show with Sam Jelinek.
Welcome in the Staybridge Suites, Allentown Bethlehem Airport postgame show. Sam Jelinek with you here from the Cyan Sky broadcast booth. IronPigs fall 5-1 to the RailRiders. Their 3-game winning streak snapped. Just great pitching from Scranton. IronPigs bats can't get it going. Honestly, a very valiant effort by the IronPigs bullpen staff, cobbling this one together, only giving up 5 on 6 hits. But Scranton gets one back here in this series. You knew it was going to be a fight, and a fight we shall have now going into the weekend. So let's get you Dulles a recap real quick before Jack Heim asks you for the rest of your post-game show. Early on, it looked like maybe the Pigs bullpen and Elmer Rodriguez were going to duel it out against each other. First 3 innings were all scoreless. Tucker Davidson, Ryan Cusick to open for the Pigs. But Davidson capitulated in the 4th, 2-run homers. Tyler Hardman opened the scoring. Then a bloop 2-run single by J.C. Escara made it 4-0 in the 5th inning. Felt pretty insurmountable for the Pigs as they had chances with 2 on in the 2nd and 3rd. Elmer Rodriguez started to buckle down as he began to mow down IronPigs hitters. Scranton added 1 more in the 6th. At that point, 5-0, and by the time the 7th inning was done, Scranton Wilkes-Barre and Rodriguez had retired 13 in a row. He came out of the game, and IronPigs immediately ended that streak, ended up pushing across a run on a RBI fielder's choice in the 8th. But the bases loaded, no out chance, only saw the Pigs get 1 back, and they wouldn't get any more after as they put up another 0 in the 9th, and Scranton comes away with a victory 5-1 here. All in all, Pigs bats they faced a really good arm today. Sometimes tip your cap, you say Elmer Rodriguez threw a gem, and that he did as he picks up his 3rd win of the year against the IronPigs. Final line scores in this one for the RailRiders: 5 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They leave 6 on base. For the Pigs, 1 run, 4 hits, no errors. They leave 7 on base. Elmer Rodriguez, the winning pitcher, he's now 8-3. He goes 7 innings, scoreless baseball, 3 hits, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. Tucker Davidson takes the loss. He's now 6-5. Tucker gives up 4 of the 5 runs in 2 2/3 innings. He is now 6-5 this season. No save in this one as we started at 6:50, finished at 9:28. Time of game, 2 hours and 38 minutes. In front of 7,959 here on Thursday night at Coca-Cola Park. With the loss, the Pigs 2 games under 500 in the second half at 20-22. 55-62 overall in the year, while the RailRiders 25-15 in the second half, 62-52 on the season. IronPigs' 3-game winning streak is done, and the RailRiders make this now a 2-1 series lead for the IronPigs. Pigs will try to get that 3rd win of the week tomorrow night, same time, same place, 6:45. First pitch will be Brian Keller on the mound for the Pigs, 0-3 with a 4.39 ERA. Against Adam Kloffenstein for the RailRiders. Kloffenstein 2-8 with a 5.57 ERA this season. First pitch 6:45 tomorrow with a 6:15 pregame show as usual. That'll be the next time that I talk to you, as that'll about do it for my portion of the broadcast here on Thursday night. As always, big thanks from me to you for making us a part of off your Thursday evening festivities. Big thanks, Jack Heim back in the studio, keeping me company for this one. Big thanks to our partners who make Iron Pigs baseball possible. Our naming rights partner, Coca-Cola, presenting partner, Capital Blue Cross, and founding partners, Air Products, Service Electric, Lehigh Valley Health Network, a part of Jefferson Health, B-Braun, The Morning Call, WFMZ, Channel 69 News. I'll talk to you tomorrow for Game 4 of the series. Until then, your final score here tonight is the RailRiders 5 and the Iron Pigs 1. I'll talk to you tomorrow evening for Game 4. I've been Sam Jelinek. As always, thanks so much for listening. Jack Heim has you the rest of the way on the Staybridge Suites, Allentown, Bethlehem Airport post-game show here on the Iron Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
If you are looking for retirement living that includes all of your home maintenance,